is esports. You think esports? This is FTC. All right, welcome everybody to another week of Shoujou Senshi Senjyou Online. This is Callisto, your streamer and also tournament organizer for this event. This is an online anime tournament focused on the Midwest region. As usual, we're going to be starting with our first game of Granblue Fantasy Versus. We have a small bracket today, and we'll be following that up with a small round robin of BlazBlue Central Fiction. Today, of course, as usual, joined by my friends St. Cola and Zach in a Box. What's up, fellas?
What's up?
What's going on, people?
Yeah, we come from Street Fighter 5 yesterday. I'm here with Mr. Worldwide St. Cola, going around the globe to commentate Granblue, Street Fighter 5, whatever it is. I'm just a nice homebody. Grateful to be in his presence, to be commentating with him.
Wow, you're giving me big ups, but you did really great yesterday, and obviously it's really great to see you on the sticks at the same time while you commentate. That's the commentary power up as well. Same thing with Callisto, so you're gonna be seeing these two be playing their matches on stream.
Unfortunately, I requested that there's no cams for us today because I wanted to commentate in my underwear, just that. So
yeah, we're also adjusting to the workflow of the tournaments now being on PC format. So this is our second week running everything on PC, so we're getting into it. Looks like we do have our first match lined up. We're gonna have Crescent coming up against Kizercrate.
Yes, Kizzer is somebody we always compliment on his awareness on certain matchups. You know, sticking straight to Percy and his overall mindset on improving in fighting game. So constant competitor we see week in, week out.
Yeah, and someone who, you know, coming off of primarily being a Guilty Gear player, early on, you know, kind of had a couple weeks of like not fitting the game, I want to call it. You know, trying to figure out how he's supposed to play, and then has the last like month has come on so strong, doing really well, not just here at SSS Online, but also in Ronin Rumble and you know the Low Kick Friday tournaments. He's just really stepped up his game. So Crescent's definitely going to have a challenge ahead of him. Crescent playing Jita. This is a matchup that, as someone who plays Jita in addition to Catalina, I do not like this matchup as Jita very often. She has a hard time converting from the long-range whiff punishes that usually is the way that you get going against Percival, is shutting down his long-range buttons by taking advantage of his giant hurt boxes.
Yeah, and that gives the Percival the ability to kind of just freely, or at least with less risk, throw out that gigantic 5H, which can lead to a ton of damage, ton of pressure. So we'll see how Crescent deals with that.
All right. Oh, respectful start to both players.
Yeah.
We are online. They're also maybe feeling out the connection a little bit. So right now, looks like Kizzer was the first to get started, but Crescent able to find a Rekka knockdown. Oh, that was...
pushing back to the corner.
So Percival JH is an incredible anti-fireball jump move. It is like, it brings his hurt box up pretty far while also extending super far horizontally. So he can jump from pretty far out, punish the fireball, and then still combo from the jump in with his long normals.
Interruption on the EX dash in right there. Don't let him get anything started because they're having the DP again.
Yeah, that's huge, huge interruption, not just, you know, for getting your own pressure started, but also for taking away his EX timer. Oh, and a block. I cannot believe he blocked EX low in the middle of a lag spike when that move is unblockable, like, offline.
There you go, full screen stocking up. I like that. Get them stocks going. He's got one on deck. We got hit with a fireball.
All right, trade.
Crescent taking the trade.
Anyone's round right now. Crescent able to find the grab, though.
And then the problems with the neutral goes away once Jita gets that corner and can run a lot of her pressure strings there with the EX Fireball, 2 Ls, all these plus frames.
Yeah, and Kizzer for the most part has to commit at some point to DPing out of pressure. With Granblue Online, like, this is actually kind of, you get to see the connection as the players see it for the most part. So, you know, you can tell right now, like, we're not going to pretend this connection doesn't look pretty rough. The players are trying to do their best to play it out, but we are stuck playing fighting games online, and sometimes this is a thing you gotta slog through. So, good stuff to both players, though, for, you know, sticking it out, trying to run their games.
One of the things is I feel like if you can get through this, like when you get offline, you're gonna be so mentally strong. You're like, man, I remember the days I was in like 10 frames of delay.
Yeah.
This is nothing. I'm removing the weights.
Either that, or you're going to be pressing your buttons like 40 frames early. Oh, that's a big drop. That wasn't even necessarily the delay. Jita was actually a little too high in the air for the first hit of the DP to make contacts. Oh, wow. What an aggressive DP by Crescent, trying to work out of the corner.
RM, though. Here we go, Kizuna Cray still in this. Still working it out. Like you said, it's really difficult to deal with the mid-range. You know, for her to try to swipe some of those buttons, is like, you know, the game plan.
Oh, there's a big counter hit interrupting
there.
the far 5H.
Kizuna Cray is unafraid to do the DP.
Oh, no.
Oh, just throw it out, it still works!
Oh, man.
Enjoy net play.
So what happened on Kizer's side there was he was already committed to a dash, and you can't block cancel a dash instantly in this game the way you could do like a faultless defense or a barrier cancel in other Arxis games. There's some startup to blocking from run, and he didn't see it in time to spot dodge.
That plays a big part in the spacing of this game.
She might be high enough for the
light.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
He was looking for that super.
Yeah, and maybe he might have not trusted in the lag that he was going to hit the 5L pickup to dial out the super, so he went ahead and just took the 5L air reset, which is, you know, pretty smart strategy. All right, so players taking a moment back into the lobby. Crescent may be looking at another character here.
Or maybe just like reset somehow, because yeah,
so Crescent's going to go ahead and try to reset the lobby and come back, and we'll see if we can make this a little bit better. I'm going to also... Yeah, so I have my battle settings set, but it looks like it's based on the players.
Yeah, I believe it's who enters in between the two. So hopefully they'll choose. I didn't even know that was a thing where the stage can also kind of dictate, you know, the possibility of having lag or, you know, adding delay.
I mean, unfortunately, that's like pretty much any fighting game at this point,
a lot of it has to do with the amount of animation going on in the background of the stage. I mean, it's just more information that the games need to process. So we're for anyone who's, you know, getting into Granblue is online, Albion Citadel is generally accepted to be the net play stage that has the least amount of stuff going on. Most of us favor that. You sort of like how you would use the grid stages in Street Fighter, like the traditional training stages, because there's just nothing going on in the background. Generally can be a bit more tolerable on connections. All right, so we'll see if hopefully things can clean up a little bit here for the players. Kizer was able to find the first game in the net play scramble. Yeah, so we're on Albion Citadel.
But this makes things a little bit easier for the competitors, you know, evening things out in the connection wise.
Or maybe it's Kizer's Vern.
Yeah, you know, it's just too much. It's just too much Vern to animate. The game is struggling. It's the singularity. It's because Vern is right there.
Creating a paradox right now. Alright, let's see it.
Okay, off the bat, things are already looking much better than they were last round.
Yeah,
and
lots
very
of
confident EX are able to start off from Crescent, but that's off.
Alright, Kizzer finding the 5H.
Yeah, that 5H is the money maker right now.
Yeah,
and of course we talked about how it's like not that risky for him to throw out basically.
Yeah, at the ranges where most players, especially Gran or Cat, like similar characters to Jita, they would play outside of the range of 5H and then whiff punish it into EX Thrust or EX Boot, respectively. But Jita, her EX Rekka won't reach from that range, so she doesn't really have a comboable option. She can whiff punish with a 5H, but she's not going to get a lot for it. And you see there, the same concept with the max range 5M doesn't combo to M Rekka even on counter hit.
He tried light Rekka, so I think it was a little bit short. I think medium Rekka does catch from most ranges there on counter hit.
It can vary. I've actually played a Jita Mirror yesterday and learned a lot about where things are finicky on 5M range. Wow, nice anti-air with the
Nice
2H
pickup.
into the full pickup. Got the corner from it
That's the
and the
bump
knockdown.
right there. Does it again.
Again.
And Kizzer being pretty aggressive, even on the soft knockdown, going for the stocks, you know, calling out that Crescent wasn't going to fast tech and go into some sort of pressure.
Last legs for Crescent, trying to DP out.
Yeah, this is going to be hard.
Screen.
Nice EX Fireball, though.
You have meter, though. And those Skybound aren't on deck just yet for Crescent. Good jump in, not deep enough off the L. Nice. Good, just checks and coming in. That's the difficulty of this match. We keep saying it over and over again. The range that she wants to play at, very difficult to just come in. Kizzer intercepting every single time. Quick 2-0.
Yes.
All right, so
it did look better in that round, that game. So hopefully it's smooth sailing from here on out. It's all we can always hope for with net play tournaments.
yeah, Kizzer going to be moving on in winners. Up next, we're actually going to have myself up against Fury Fire in the first round match.
Yes, Fury Fire is going to be playing Luane. Yeah.
Which
Also, Beelzebub here.
any regular of SSSO knows of my struggles against Luane. I don't know if I've ever actually won a tournament match against a Luane on my own stream here. So I'm definitely going to need some sort of spirit bomb from the chat. Pray for you, boy.
I mean, here's the thing about Luane. He's always considered on the lower end of the roster, and it's not. I think the best way people put it is that he's strong but not stable. So like the stuff that you would normally get off a Skybound when he does that full meter, he doesn't get the guaranteed damage. His super, even though it can be strong, can be tough to deal with Iggy, it's still a lot less versatile than saying tacking on some damage at the end of a combo. So that's where Luane's strengths kind of differentiate from most characters.
And a lot of it, I mean, I fully admit a lot of Luane's strength rides on the fact that he has the reputation of being a low-tier character, so he's not as well represented by the player base, so the matchup knowledge can be harder to come by. And a lot of people will falter in a favorable matchup just because they don't, they don't know what they're supposed to do. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I guess we're going.
Cheetah?
Yeah, I guess I'm going Cheetah. I forgot that my character was still set to Cheetah, so which is fine. I'll give this a shot.
Rock it out? Okay. Yeah, but
and I feel like this is actually okay because Cheetah has a very, very solid fireball game, and that is one of the main weaknesses for Luane. All his assists and everything get kind of. I missed the spot dodge.
Fireball coming out. Okay. So we can get out of the corner here. You see that fireball game? Pretty hard to deal with. Nice
a little
pick
too far
up.
for the Rekka.
A little too far. But one of the things that if anybody caught like 10v10s recently, Roy, Luane, this like him playing against very, very practiced master rank like Japanese players, they're still like getting caught by Luane stuff. Iggy, stuff like that. So it's still definitely viable, just like we said, not exactly stable every time.
Yeah, it's not a guarantee. It's one of those things where this character, where like other characters have like mid-screen like setups and stuff like that, he has to be really particular. That did not land. What is going on? So Skybound doesn't matter.
Oh, goes over the slide. Close to
chip him out.
Or
DP.
-4 DP. Sometimes you gotta. I feel it's important to establish DPing when you're minus early in a set, right? Like, because you're just buying yourself fake mix-ups later.
Right. Just in general, any DPs, whether wake up or in like a -4, -2 situation, showing that early is definitely a great strategy. Just because it's in the opponent's mind early from the start, and you're gonna earn, like Callisto said, earn some mix-ups later in the set.
Overhead, nice. Callisto knows to get out of the corner. That's nice the moneymaker for this character is to put you in the corner. He wants you there. That's why he has the Tatsu. All right, the boy's coming out. Nice. Swat that away.
Swatted away with the fish sword.
No third wheel here.
Okay.
Jump you.
Switching sides to the corner control. This is where Callisto wants to be, trying to find that counter and overhead. More plus frames.
Great sequences, just keep them plus.
Fury as well, but that should be it.
And the super.
Yeah, fortunate. I think he wanted to maybe find a better situation to pop Iggy. And I got away with a little bit of pressure. That's sort of where that match was going, was like, if he was able to activate Iggy, I was probably doomed with the amount of health I have, just because even if I blocked 2 things, I was going to be in chip range. Good timing.
That's the big thing. One big strategy in slow lane is just like rush him down so he doesn't get Iggy, and then even if he does, you'll have a lot of life just to be very, very patient during Iggy. But right now, Fury Fire trying to fight out the corner.
Yeah, nice good for off the 2 in. EX pickup.
Easy safe.
Just going in. Callisto knows to go in. You've already blown up the stance already once, the counter stance. So that's an option that Fury Fire has to either do better, or it might be afraid to be off the table for them.
But now Fury Fire has the corner.
Overhead, counter hit, EX.
There is the Callisto.
Big pickup. What we got for the setup? The boys coming out, just delays a little bit, but the DP still comes out.
Like that delayed DP, time to play. Mini game.
Mario Party.
Oh
this
no,
is
that's
the
a bad
first
start.
one. This is the one that everyone loves.
Yeah.
Yes.
I tried to run and get the spot dodge on the rocks, and just came out earlier than I expected.
Yeah, rocks, especially that close, is like basically a read. You can't really react to the rocks. So if you're that close to Iggy at that point, you're gonna have to either guess on the spot or just block. Oh, great throw on the counter.
Yeah, blow up the parry.
Oh, yeah, I like
blocks in the
Fury Fire's
overhead, huh?
defense in the corner. It's been pretty solid so far, but still finds a
Oh,
way to
whip
get hit by
punish.
2M. Oh, no sweep, but still kind of gets some jank. Safe jump setup anyway.
Oh, these empty throws over and over again. How many will you take? 3 of those?
Back to Destiny, no. Fury Fire has the corner. Got back off though. Use the X-Mans.
I think that's the first time I've ever blocked that, whatever jump move that is. I think that's JL.
Alright, here we go. Time to play again.
Oh,
So
God.
we got here. This is still pretty strong. I mean, it's still pretty difficult to deal
Oh,
with.
God.
Just all the green stuff coming on this man.
Oh.
The celery.
You know what the worst part is? That was the 6th move. That was the last move I had to survive to get out. And because he had me in the corner, I was in punish range. If I would have gotten that jump off, I would have been able to punish into Super Skybound.
I see. That's where you're trying to go for. Yeah. Fury Fire gonna take 1-0 off the back of Iggy, but like you said, he was able to survive enough, and he had a strong corner positioning when he popped Iggy, so it was a little bit harder to react to some of those.
We haven't talked much about this, but low aim, Fury Fire's natural defense is great, but you have to have that for this kind of character. He's got some options for defense. Parry gets blown up. He doesn't have a DP. His buttons, they're okay in the neutral. But just the general aspect of this character, blown up with the overhead. Pick up off the EX Raka, going right for the Super Skybound. Now dial that out. Deadly Rave.
Yep.
I did it.
Hey.
I did it.
The blue hair for the anime. Not going to kill just yet because of the scaling. He's so close, so take advantage. Iggy says no.
For Iggy. Mom, help.
I was holding out.
Blocking most of that. He has a decent amount of life, but the unblockable.
Oh my god!
Oh my God!
The chip damage!
What the hell? How did he get that many moves out that quickly?
Fury Fire at match point now. At a strong position for Callisto, but just weather out the Iggy Storm, grab on the counter again.
Yeah, Fury's really gone into how to use Iggy instead of just throwing stuff out randomly, and that's a good sign of a player like this. But the TPs from Callisto, get off me.
Oh,
Trade.
Wow, that was a
The
great.
Luigi.
Yeah, great usage of the JL there on the trade.
Oh, getting a lot of life back. Has the full.
What?
Iggy isn't playing now. What's the low?
Momentum, there it is, yup.
I have to survive this.
Once
We make the
again,
adjustment.
the best part of Granblue Fantasy sitting right on the screen. This character comes out, and you have to play the game. You don't get to play yours.
Oh my
Until it's
God.
over, and it's over as Fury Fire takes it again with Yggdrasil. Back to the lab again for Callisto, unfortunately. Yggdrasil, though, dog.
I mean, I'm
Yggdrasil. That, a lot of people, they feel what you feel every time on net play, because to be honest, even if it's off net play, this thing was not supposed to be added to the game. It's like
I mean,
a lot of people disagree with the design of this character, but you know what?
I disagree.
we
I
gotta rock
disagree
with it.
with this character. Not the design. Just delete them. Delete them. We're on the PC version. I can access the files of the game. I'm going in. I'm deleting Loane from my game.
Corrupt it. Corrupt the files. He doesn't show up on the screen anymore.
Well,
right.
what a way to go out. Fury Fire moves on in winners.
We're going to be moving on in winners to some second round matches. Looks like we have Kilo coming up against Rogue.
Yes.
Kilo, of course, I mean, we can't mince words. Kilo has been running SSS online.
Only lost like 2 of the tournaments at this point out of like how many? 8 at this point?
Like since the inception of the online version of this tournament, Kilo's been pretty consistent, top 3, winning the majority of them.
So yeah, that's definitely the story going into this. You know, there's people that have been close, and we've had people that have dethroned him. But yeah, it's usually if Kilo's in that bracket, he is a favorite in the SSS online tournament. And you see, he's gonna go straight to Grand. He messed with Zoe that first week, but went straight to Grand because why not? 2M still +1. You still got the pressure. You still get a truckload of damage if they somehow just die, if they just get run into EA loot. So
yeah, this is a matchup that was like pretty even pre-patch. Now it's a bit harder for Kat because of the changes to her FAR 5H. It doesn't have as much active frames and it's a bit easier to whiff punish, where Grand's 5H is a big difference maker in the match because his is very hard for her to whiff punish. And he can sort of stand at the range that typically would favor Catalina in most matchups. And there you go. That's a great confirm. That should be round 1. And that's sort of what I was getting to. That Catalina now has to fall back into relying on 2M as her primary button, where it's one of the few things that can reliably whiff punish Grand's sweep, which is an incredible tool. I mean, Grand's sweep, if you took Grand's sweep and made it its own character, and that was the only move the character could use, it would be probably 4th best in the game.
Sure. I mean, it clashes so many things. It has priority over so many things. On low profiles.
Getting a taste of his own medicine, usually the one to be dishing out the counter hit overhead. Rogue is looking very, very strong right now.
What happened? This is not the script you're supposed to go with. Grant's supposed to be the top character right now. Number 1, Bailey DP didn't get a punish. Went for the H. Maybe something maybe like an L would have worked out there better.
Oh no, the boot, the
boot.
Infamous boot. You try to walk forward, you try to jump, you try to press a button, boots in your face. Big imprint on the foot, on your face. Gonna give Kilo that round after it was looking a little shaky.
Yeah, a little bit, but we're still we're all tied up 2 ways.
And this is a strength of both characters, right? Anti-air near the corner into bonkers damage. Both of them can do it. That is a strength of Grand, though.
Oh no.
So that is something that you can't do as Cat, which is clash a move that has a bunch of recovery, but be airborne and then get a 5-frame JL as a clash cancel option. It's super. I say it all the time that Grand is just hard-coded to not lose clashes. Beating this character in a clash without committing to DP is extremely hard.
And he changed it too, so he's no longer airborne on the second one, or whatever the second HUD of the clash or whatever. And he's still ridiculous. His other options are still amazing. Speaking of other options, the corner play by Keel, he's found his footing.
Yeah, footing, nice.
Kilo on match point here against Rogue. Nice spot dodge, start the round, not taking any of the chip from the fireball.
It's just when Kilo gets momentum, he just runs his offense so like smoothly, and then not afraid ever like wake up sweep like that, going straight to the corner. We're back in the same movie.
We've seen a lot of great delays from Kilo, just to call the DPs from Rogue. Rogue getting really DP heavy, and even if he takes a few of those, it doesn't matter too much.
I really like that Rogue hasn't been a turn.
Nice whiff punish.
Oh, I didn't think he'd get the wall bounce. I
think he was also slightly unprepared for it. It was a very iffy range.
Yeah, I like the stagger strength. 2M. I like it.
That button's still blessed.
Oh yeah.
Super, did you catch something?
Whoa, no!
No, you didn't.
What was that supposed to be? I don't.
Trying to thrust?
I'm not sure if that was. It could have been a skill button super gone wrong. I don't know.
Oh man, that's unfortunate. But
or a skill button DP even like that just came out weird. I mean that certainly happens to me sometimes when I go from blocking to forward skill button, it'll buffer the back input for a kind of an extended amount of time, and I'll get back plus skill, which is medium thrust.
I mean, that's the thing that Kilo also shows that sometimes, sometimes he's just willing to throw that out and say, hope for the best sometimes.
All right, so we're going to be moving on with another round 2 losers match. We're going to have Kiz or Crate coming up against Medic.
I'm familiar with Medic.
Back up the back.
Yeah, Medic.
Medic,
a Kentucky player. Starting this week on a trial basis, I'm allowing Kentucky as another state to, and we'll see how the connections go. And if it's good for everyone, then I'll keep them going forward.
Lancelot, all right. Someone who still believes.
Yeah,
I mean, believes in someone who still believes in a high to top tier character. Yes,
that's
sure.
one of the wildest things of this patch, right? Like, there were some. We're not going to act like Lancelot did not receive a couple of significant changes. This character is still a monster. Nice DP by Kizzer,
absolutely. Though. You see people like the score play. You know, they're still running the game. It just has to be tighter, right? You actually have to lab up things instead of just running your own game. You actually have to really focus on what the other player is doing with this character now.
Yeah, and you can see
this is from a person who's a Lance player. I'm being honest.
One of the things that was a big change was Lancelot's, not just his, but just all fireballs in general. If you get hit before the fireball is in its active frames, the fireball disappears. It does not still come out. Where previously, if it was formed on screen but not active yet, it would still come out even if you got hit. And that is a big change to Lancelot. You were able to see Kizzer get this entire pressure going by jumping and catching the startup of a fireball. Oh, wow. And that's what he still has, right? It's so hard to keep this character cornered.
I like, though, Kizzer Crate just interrupting. The jump use have been getting nullified quite a bit. Medic's got to really think about how that usage is going to go. Maybe go for a hard knockdown or something like that instead of just doing it raw, because they've been catching those.
Week in, week out, we always compliment Kizzer, especially in the awareness on this match, to beat out the jump use, to beat out all these fake stuff that Lance has. Kizzer Crate is very good at defending it, but not getting a good use of defending against counter hit overhead. Oh, DP out, though.
See, there that is. You know, the EX Fireball gone after he got hit. Kizzer going for the fame traps. Fireball right after, like the cancels. Caught him.
That's a Kizzer classic, using that in the block and EX low option.
Okay, I like that.
And you're dead.
Yeah, so Kizzer didn't do any heavy commit, recognizing that 2-2H was available. He did a close 5L, which recovers in time to take some sort of option before Lancelot gets to choose his second RPS after 2-2H. And Kizzer just held forward, because that way, if Medic committed to the down slash, he would just block it as a cross-up.
That's, again, the fireball getting nullified. You got to have those on deck. You got to have them knocked down and really think about the knockdowns that you're doing. You can't just throw it out and hope for a trade.
Forward. All right, frame trap with the Rekka.
Rekka pressure, okay. Works out, no punish there.
That jump you baiting out the 2H from Lance as an anti-air, and now it gives Kizzer Crate the corner, trying to grab, but 2-2H out of course and has the corner.
Positioning here. You mean, a lot of things happen, but you got to worry about that about the 2U or 2H. I'm sorry, coming out.
Oh, 2H, but it was a little bit low to get the normal confirm. Oh, fireball got out this time, and Gorilla Blade still combos from there.
Hell yeah!
Actually, I'm not sure. Yeah, I guess it did, because he would have air teched otherwise, but that was a weird confirm.
Very good awareness from Medic. 2H again, right, jumping out the corner.
Oh, and he catches immediately as he lands. Kizzer trying to jump back out of pressure.
Adjustments from Medic are looking real tight here with the grab there.
Yeah, we're getting scrambly a little here. Hey, using that EX Fireball, trying to get into space. 2H again, he's so on point with it.
Flash.
Yeah,
the winner is Kizzer Crate.
Nice option. At that point, Lancelot would have had to commit to a spot dodge or something, or 2-2H to be safe. So Kizzer took the initiative and did the invuln cancel first, calling out that there'd be a Rekka cancel instead.
Kizzer just walking back out of this pressure, but he's getting closer and closer to the wall. Medic actually gonna walk back a little to get fireball pressure. No, sir. EX DP, just DP it of his own. Kizzer. That's great positioning. Put him in the corner.
Another back throw.
Now you put yourself in the corner with the back throw.
Nice anti-air.
2H.
Medic with a great delay on the 2H to still hit the JU despite the delayed startup.
like 80-90%, I'm guessing, whether he's gonna regular jump with the normal or jump you.
Yeah,
and using that timing on a 2H has been super solid.
And that's such a huge mix-up for Percival to use to approach the opponent when he needs to make something happen. And if you can correctly predict which jump-in option he's going to use.
Yeah. Takes a huge option off the table, or at least makes you think twice. Is Kizakrit, but not going to be deterred. Going to challenge the Oki. Kizakrit moving towards the corner.
H not working out so much. Better kind of mess with the spacing here. Throwing out the fireball center up too. And now he's got the Rekkas on deck.
All right, Kizar holding the pressure.
Yeah, and he's been very
Nice delay.
Pressure, except for some DPs here. They're finally blocking the low option, but that was weird. Still challenging at the minus frame.
That spacing was definitely not. It is possible to make that plus, if not still be Percival's turn based on spacing, but that was not it.
Right. But a ton of damage, but not quite dead yet. Ooh, 2-2-H, of course, is going to come out. It comes out every time.
And it's a good option in that specific situation for Lancelot to... It's mostly safe, right? Like, he's just getting out of a mix-up and returning to neutral.
Up closer and closer to victory here, but, you know, we've seen this before. Medic has to start to adjust, too. The patch notes, they don't matter to him.
Oh, wow. And again, he was correct on whether or not the JU would come out. There's the 2-2H trying to buy some space. Able to push back with the Rekkas out of the corner. He committed to all three. Kizar has shown...
Oh, the 2H are so good.
Kizar's shown a willingness to challenge after the second Rekka.
Hit right there.
Another 2H.
Super close to it.
Yeah, he had it confirmed to win off a punish, but Kizakrit still in the life lead. But Medic slowly stalking his way. Maybe gonna try to set up a fireball here. There it is. But Kizar uses EX Fireball to try again.
Oh, no!
The jump H!
Bad spacing on the EX Fireball. Kizar was already in the air and able to get the punish.
Nicely done from Kizar. You know, weathered out some of the storm. Like, Medic showed some great awareness with the 2H, very consistent with it, but still didn't deter Kizakrit from trying to take that risk, jumping over some of those fireballs, and that's what won him the match.
That's going to be like something for Lance players to kind of look out for in the coming weeks, just to really alter their fireball usage. It's not a free getting card. It's not like a free, you know, I'm going to gain some space or a free meaty. You really have to think about how you're going to be using that fireball. But great stuff to Kizar.
All right, up next, Zach in a box is going to have to take his turn at commentating and playing at the same time. So he's going to be coming up against Krenek. Krenek is actually also a Kentucky player like Medic, who's going to be joining us for the first time. So new to SSS Online. Not sure who he plays, but we'll find out shortly here.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that, you know, one of the small advantages of having a net play tournament now is that if the connection stands, you know, that we can have sort of like a regional feel with the different states, the different bordering states, or at least in the region, coming through to have some of this Granblue action. So it's nice to see, because before, especially with other games, you get to travel out, see the different scenes when a game first came out, but we didn't get that luxury this year with Granblue. So
yeah, and it also just kind of widens, you know, even though the connections can be rough, it does widen your exposure to different matchups and different play styles that you know, like, regardless of how good your locals are that you play with all the time, if they play a specific way and that's the only way you know of that character being played, someone who plays totally different with the same character can definitely, you know, throw a monkey wrench in your plan here. So speaking of, Krenek looks like he's going with Jita. Zach in a box kind of played this matchup for a pretty extended set earlier this week. Based on my thoughts, that Jita, I think, fares really well in this matchup. Her sweep low profiles all the standing options of Fairy and also crushes the crouching options. So Fairy has to play around Jita sweep. Oh. Missed DPs on both sides.
DP. Unfortunate, but no big punch.
Yeah,
from Zach to time that right off the H.
Jita DP, you can't wait for her to land. You got to punish when she's still in the air. Zach finding some good pressure in the corner here, though. Pretty even life lead for both characters.
Like a little preemptive DP to catch if she's going out or not. Didn't spin the EX. Nice dodge. Went for the fireball.
Oh, no anti-air. Zach able to find some more pressure here. Nice use of EX
Backing
Rekka.
off
So
from the EX.
that is something
Oh,
that
okay.
Jita has that's really nice in this matchup, is she can just do 2 reps of EX Rekka in order to push corner positioning back to
Oh,
mid-screen when
done
she's
that.
cornered. All right, hard knockdown. Into the safe jump.
There's that push.
Nice block by
Age
Zach.
coming on out. I got the little delay too. Nice pickup. GG, you gonna run into
And
this?
the instant overhead,
Chip,
it's
closer,
not
closer.
quite enough, and Super Skybound comes out.
The panic,
Oh.
the punish.
Yeah, that's one of the things I started using. I started seeing Japanese players like Mochi use is the medium Beppo, like right here, like
Yeah.
just using that.
Yeah, it's
And neutral
from
is
full
like that
screen,
good.
especially a character like Jita, who we mentioned in the Percival matchup. She's not gonna punish that from full screen away. All right, able to escape the corner. Positioning changed. Zach running in with the 2L pressure. Gonna get the, oh, this is a sweep. Doesn't get the hard knockdown, a little too early on the grab. There is 2 frames of grab protection, at least, depending on situation, when a character wakes up.
I'm out.
Where that Spidey swing out of there. Looking for the counter hit.
There we go. Zach with the confirm into EX whip, but nice challenge on the fake setup.
EX, heavy,
So you're gonna go for
DP.
super here.
Spent all this.
That's plus.
Yeah, nice.
Get me out, please.
It was a good setup with the meaty overhead, taking advantage of Jita's active frames to get some plus frames on it. Oh, too early on the grab, but punishes the spot dodge. Zach in a rough situation in the corner here, but able to buy some space. Krenak not overcommitting, but there's the 2M
Nice
into Super
confirm.
Skybound. And it's enough. Game 1 going to Zach.
But that's scary. Like in that situation, when Jita's running at you, if I 2M'd and he jumped right away, I'd get punished. So it's kind of like a little 50-50 whenever like a fast running character runs at Fairy, because that's a little scary, especially with the DP nerf. I can't just whiff a normal then EX DP, you know.
Yeah, you gotta play with your brain a little bit more, huh?
Let's see how it deals with this. Oops. That's why I have to be really patient with like right there if I was gonna DP or not. I wanted to push into GG, but not quite.
They've been spending a lot on the XDPs, you know, just trying to get Zach in the box away. But I'm not sure how much that will be good, like overall, when you want to have that back on deck.
Yeah, I mean, if you're doing the
These
real
fireballs.
input so that it recovers a little faster, the big benefit of using the EX DP is her medium DP is like double the startup, so it's harder to actually land in a reversal situation. And the EX also gives a hard knockdown, which really buys you time to get out of the corner. All right, trying to catch a whiff punish with the EX. Rekka, there's a big jump though, but he doesn't have
Jumping.
timers up. Straight into Super Skybound to cash out damage instead.
The animation, yeah. We'll
We'll set up for it.
That's actually a really good confirm, recognizing that he didn't have EX timers available and going to get a bunch of damage and hard knockdown there. All right, and no commit.
Now those timers are back, but it doesn't matter.
There's a setup.
Zach
What a
gets the last hit point,
roll
he just
into
dashes through.
EX Rekka. That was a scrambly situation, but right call made by Krenak, but bad EX
Punch this
DP
right
on
this
the edge.
time.
my God.
Again! Didn't have the timing for it. I can make it. Oh, he just throws it out. The XDP. Zach
that was
fighting
sloppy.
for his life.
Alright, it was sloppy, it was sloppy.
Tighten up, Zach.
Yeah, Zach got brought into the scramble situation.
Ooh, H. I
Nice
love the
counter
spacing
hit
that Zach
confirmed.
plays.
All right, there's the
He
meaty
knows
2L.
when 2H is going to hit. All right, pick up Beppo. Now GG. Cover that space. Watch my 6.
Oh, and there's the throw
Overhead,
bait.
nice bait.
Super's available. Zach's not going to use it though.
GG.
Did the explosion. So blocking the overhead. No commit, just,
going
just
in right
5
now.
L's.
Feeling the pressure.
Ooh, that was close. GG's.
All right, so Zach going to be moving on in winners. Krenak will move down to the loser side. It is double elimination, so still in the tournament. All righty, so up next,
Well played by Zach.
we're going to have Nobody EXE against Fury Fire.
Yes.
So more Percival action coming up against Lowain.
Glad to see Nobody EXE coming, being able to play. I mean, he'd had PS4, but he prefers to play on PC, and you know, we get to see a very, very fleshed out, logical type of Percival player. We always compliment his defense. You know, a big proponent of using that spot dodge OS to not get blown up by the overhead mix-up too often. Obviously,
Yeah,
there's counterplay to the OS, but I think we need to get at that next layer first.
And definitely a much slower paced Percival than what we'll see out of a lot of other players. Like, definitely is willing to run the entire clock to pick his spots. Usually not going to go too ham trying to force something to happen.
And he likes he plays that way in like most fighting games anyway, so it's not even a Granblue thing.
Yeah, and that's really big. He's actually super consistent on seeing a crouching hit and linking 2L into sweep.
Yes.
That is something that a few characters, including Percival and Gran, can do naturally. Good block on the JLs.
Something he's told me is like the first week he labbed out Iggy and all that. He said I don't want to get blown up by that character. So he's pretty practiced. I mean, I don't know about now, but like for the first month of the game, he's pretty practiced against his character.
Yeah, and we do actually locally have several, a surprising amount of low-aim players, right? We have Tibola, of course, when he was playing regularly. Royal Heart was playing low aim pretty consistent, you know, not as his main, but he was definitely playing him a lot. We've had a lot of options to lab this matchup.
Fury Fire getting the corner now.
All right.
Oh, great.
Media overhead.
Blocks up for nobody.
As a low player, you'll take that.
Oh, he's going to go with human triangle.
Yeah.
He's not going to wait for Iggy. He's going to try to just close this out with what he has available, but he's eating a lot of health.
Wait, this is... Oh,
wow,
no,
but the
I was
rush,
gonna say it might have worked out for nobody.
Yeah, the cash out ender of that super does a big chunk of damage, especially when it hits raw.
Sometimes it's just better just to get what you want off that on the Skybound art instead of going for the super Skybound art. If they avoid everything, you might be just, you know, donezo.
Oh, nice spot.
And you know, Fury Fire believes in it. Now we're in the second round, stocking up though. Here's the aggression from nobody.
But you see the practice he's had against his character, at least in the lab. He did a 5L on his wake up, and when he saw the counter, he spot dodged, was safe from that pressure, from that reversal.
That, you know, against his characters, eliminate the defensive options, the few that he has.
But here's the thing, it's like you see all the answers nobody EXE has, it still hasn't translated to the round win yet. So.
Yeah, not just yet. Fury Fire's putting everything together for himself. All right, sweep EX.
All right, nice challenge.
Answering back, taking that turn.
Like Zach mentioned that nobody is looking for the EX counter to be able to DP or spot dodge out to be safe, which is why he only takes his turn with the close 5L. All right, runs into Orb, gets unblockable on the way down. One more.
Oh, you said he practiced this.
That's a big spot
Zach,
dodge.
I thought.
Not going to be able to get the punish. Wow, the whole crew got swatted out, and he finds the hit, but he didn't use the EX run.
Fish is getting a little too desperate, going for the super Skybound art.
Oh,
EX! He can counter supers?
Denied.
I learned something new today.
Absolutely denied. I wonder if it's physical hit or something. I'd have to look at that again, but that's wild.
Like any physical hit, yeah.
I'm adding that in the notebook. I wasn't aware of that.
Interesting, right? Because he wanted to go for a chip, but then Fury Fire already had the EX counter up. He's gonna go up 1-0. Like I said, we talk about practice.
Nice
slow pace is working out here.
Another tech. All right, good usage of the EX Gunflame to get the Catalina out of there.
But in the corner, Fury Fire. He's trying to work hard here. Confirms off the M.
Nobody EXE, like we talked about how like slow he plays. He's being a lot more active now.
Yeah, I don't think you can really. The way that Fury Fire is playing slow is kind of difficult.
Nice. All right,
you allow him to get, you know, the. He might be able to lift through this.
This is okay. I mean, he didn't take a whole lot of damage. He has super. He has all his timers up. This is a great situation for nobody. And chip is definitely an issue here. Oh, wow. He's able to get a little bit of health back from the 5U, though. Get himself out of chip.
What's typical of playing slow is that you have to worry about him eating the food.
Right. But yeah, big thing that we saw there is that, you know, it's actually very, very hard to not take any damage off of Iggy, but if you can mitigate the amount, especially, you kind of gauge how much life you have, and then you'll still have enough after. It usually works out great. EXTP is far enough to beat that setup. Interesting. Grabs the EX counter.
Ace Fireball, nice. Spot dodge, but you're still stuck in the corner. 2H though.
Somebody who's pretty consistent with that. Nobody EXT is looking a little shaky right now. Fury Fire putting it on. No 2H from himself.
Yeah, it's better this season, but you know, still kind of risky. EXDP though, into the corner.
Right,
it's going right in, not going for the stocks. I like that.
Oh, he went for a reset.
Wants to finish this.
Yeah. Oh, just a challenge too. Nobody EXE has been really kind of like active on defense, on offense.
So Fury Fire hasn't been going for the EX, the 214H into the counter. He's actually been very subdued, but getting caught up backing or something with 5 Ls. Iggy, though, able to close it out, and Fury Fire's on match point now.
Match point against no EXE, who's like, we probably put like a good chance to make top 3. Okay, great link though.
Oh, big command grab.
So I love that, using that just so he can get the stocks up. He knows it's going to lead into big pressure
And a big
damage here,
hit
especially for these
confirmed. Yeah,
fireball.
he's going to get stocks up the hard knockdown.
Man.
Command grab
again.
And that command grab is actually a really good option against Lil Wayne, because he's not a character who's going to kill you if he jumps out in one combo, and it also beats his EX counter. So relatively, you know, a medium risk reward. He could have gotten side switched if Fury Fire would have held up forward and then had to deal with Iggy in the corner, but not a bad situation.
Man, and you see just the shift. Nobody EXE, like, we know he plays pretty slow, but now he's just rushing down. That's one of the strategies against Lil Wayne. Just rush down so you don't have to deal with Iggy.
Yeah, I mean, that is one way to go about it, is if you can just finish him before he has 100 meter, then you don't have to deal with the minigames.
Yeah, DP
on reaction.
Yeah,
I like that.
Good block on the
good confirm. Oh, but now Iggy's in play.
Yeah, he has
but
meter.
He has a lot of life.
Oh, gets the
great
back throw.
back
Yeah,
throw.
he's got to use it
Probably
here.
gonna get Iggy.
Last chance for this
nobody
round.
actually has a lot of life. He doesn't really have to risk trying to spot dodge anything too often, right? Yeah, he's gonna take these blocks when he can, try to run forward to beat the blue ball.
That's why he's in,
Nice
he was almost in punish range too.
Uh-oh.
Big side switch.
Let this man come back.
What's
Don't
the
let
setup?
Fury do it.
Oh, he's gonna try to.
He didn't commit to
It's gonna be
anything.
another parry. Doesn't have only has enough time.
Out of punish though.
Oh, it didn't work all the way.
No anti-air.
Enough for the chip.
And the DP.
Yeah, DP.
EXDP. Those have been working out, but they're risky, and it's been tight each time, because if he would have whiffed that'd have been over. They've been around in Fury Fire side, but now it's nobody EX on match point. Heavy, nice confirms.
Big.
With the EXDP.
Yeah, there's the command guard rushing down again. Like you said, it's a great option because of the EX counter, but he brings it out to try and get out of that block string.
All these trades, all these cuts, everything's working out. Nobody gonna finish it with the Skybound R. As soon as he got the meter, he spin it.
All right, things were a little dicey there, but nobody EXE. Able to bring it back, close it out. Really good stuff to Fury Fire, though. I mean, pushing a player who pretty consistently gets top 3, top 4 when he's entered to the brink there.
Yeah, it was close, tense matches there. Yeah, like you said, you can have practice against Lil Wayne, but sometimes in that match, sometimes it just goes awry.
All right, so before we move on to the next match, I do want to remind everyone, if you want to support the players in this tournament, you can hit up matcherino.com/T/SSSO 051620 GBVS. That same string of SSSO 051620 GBVS can be used as a free 50-cent coupon code. While you're there, you can also check out the marketplace section with manga and more offerings from Kaiten Books. Anything purchased there, proceeds of that will also go into the pot. And you can also support the event itself directly at teespring.com/the-waifu-dome. We have t-shirts, hoodies, and more available with our art by Quasimodo X. And if you want to keep up to date on what's happening with the tournament, at social media, you can follow the Waifu Dome on Twitter, myself at BG Callisto. Of course, that's the Twitch that we're on as well. And the Sausage King is my YouTube if you want to check out the tournament archives later. So, up next, we're going to have, I believe, myself against Rogue in a cat mirror.
Oh,
Wait, hold on.
If you want to switch,
hold up. Yeah. Unless I forget that I'm on Jita again. Now.
If you want to switch, make sure you switch now. But yeah, Rogue, even though he's made a lot of his sets these past couple of weeks very, very close. I've been impressed with this play. Just hasn't been able to put it together in the full match win, but I've been impressed with some of the decisions he's making. And is this I feel like you guys played a cat mirror last
Yeah, we
week
played a
too?
really close 2-1 match last week. So cat mirrors are even more interesting now, in my opinion, that she doesn't have like the gorilla pressure when she gets started. It is very, very much who's going to commit to something that's whiff punishable first and try to establish the pace of a match versus who's able to hang back and correctly whiff punish without allowing themselves to get bullied into the corner.
And honestly, I love these type of matches. In any game where it's sort of like Shoto, normal base type character, the mirror matches are so much fun. It's a lot about positioning, and it's a lot about how you interpret the style of character. Like just exactly like this, Callisto, usually the one trying to bulldog into the corner, where Rogue is the one kind of hanging back, trying to throw those fireballs.
Whoa, wake up, EX Fireball.
EX Fireball,
Maybe
wake
it
up.
was supposed to be DP, but... All right, in the corner.
Okay.
Nice, gonna get the hard knockdown here.
Overhead, lands, no counter hit though, but a jump you.
So time to have the corner control. Big in this match. Trying to shimmy. And one of the big things that a lot of players started realizing is shimmy is just so strong, especially with Cat, especially with Jita. Very, very strong, especially in the corner. See what kind of setup we're gonna get.
Oh yeah, I have the name
with the
switch.
cash out. There we go.
Yeah.
Hold up, there we go. Sorry, I'm on the P1 side.
Switching names in between and during a match, and still challenging with the 2M, but DP challenge from Rogue.
Yeah, Rogue's still in this. Callisto also with getting closer and closer. EX. Take that trade any day of the week.
I had to process for a second. What just happened?
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute. Hold on.
And that's kind of
nice
exactly.
Pick him up the edge.
Yeah,
again, DP in that.
Up the errant hit too. Gonna throw. Time for basic mixes. Empty jump low. It's been decades.
Dang, Callisto with the knowledge, knew Rogue was gonna go for the EXDP. That probably also knowledge from just watching him play before, and obviously playing him. But today you've seen him go for the risky EXDPs, and this time didn't work out.
Yeah, and something I want to point out kind of where that round turned around was exactly what I was talking about going into this match, where Rogue just tried to establish his 2M first, and I was able to find that one whiff punish.
Callisto does come from Street Fighter, where that's the bulk of the gameplay. So the 2M,
I'll take that trade.
On the EX both.
But
yeah, Callisto saw him in the corner. 2H. Yo, the backwalk, the moonwalk.
Yeah, so
hit him with the Michael Jackson.
That's why light wall cancel is so strong, because even if they cross on the other side, you still recover in time from the backdash.
That was very interesting. But you see kind of how strong positioning is, because they traded the exact same way, but Rogue got wall bounce, so he had a little less time to.
All right, not really ready for the punish there.
Too far for that one. It looked like
the
both of them swinging 2Ms.
At that range, at that long range, just having a poke or a jumping poke to make them block with this way super key. A 2M again!
Wow, what a bait. You did the thrust and then hit him with the 2M.
Rogue trying to jump out or press a button, but gonna get thrown in the corner for his shovels. Oh, yeah.
Nice interruptions also come out.
Keeping it tight. One more confirmed do it. I'd be blocking that jump low, but not quite on the range.
High.
Again, no jumping up and jump you, the savior.
It'll be all turned around in a second. Rogue just needs a few confirms here or there to make it. Sky Super Cavalry is on deck, and it doesn't matter. Callisto will be the one moving on with that EX Fireball.
That was a really, really tough situation. Even though he had the corner, all I had to do was basically not press 5H.
Yeah,
like that's,
exactly.
That kind of situation. It's a big change from how the mirror used to go before, where when Kat had plus on block 5M and she could just run in and just slash as soon as she had the corner. Now even when you have the corner, you still have to wait for something with punishable. You have to wait for a jump that you can anti-air, so it's kind of hard to crack someone open when you're at a life deficit, and they know, like, I'm a Cat player, I know that if I mess up in the corner, you're going to hit me for 70%, and Rogue has shown that he has the confirms, so I'm just not going to deal with it.
Yeah, good stuff. Callisto moving on in the loser side of his own bracket.
I'm going to say I like Callisto's usage of just doing the lights and then canceling after 2L. 5L and just going for the jump right after. Well, you can't continue that pressure. Going for a jump right after is that's a pretty smart adjustment.
And something I also wanted to mention while I was doing it, but it was in the middle of a match. New block string I've been using as Catalina a lot is close 5L into close 5H, because that will reach from if you get a running start, that'll reach to where you always get the close 5H, and it's outside of most characters' close 5L range. So it turns their 5 frames into a 6 frame, and it becomes a real frame trap.
This is nice as Fury Fire getting that parry, and he's going with the auto combo, the EX Tatsu into the corner pickup. What has he got afterwards?
Oh, yeah.
Nothing, because Super Saiyan says EX
Oh, too early on the command grab.
It's crouching.
Either that or Loane did like a Tekken move and ducked the grab.
With the 3D, the side
human
step, but
pyramid.
now we're activating the boys.
Too far for the anti-air.
Okay,
Oh, do it over and over again. Super Saiyan had the right idea, but not the right timing.
Oh man, that is the I believe the quote is "Shy don't dance no more, all we do is juke." That was mad juking.
Nah, you gotta go further than that. The lean back.
I'm very young. I don't understand these.
Oh my god, I forgot we're with the kid right now commentating. All right, the jump over.
Zach, that song's only from like 2009, I think.
But Zach being exposed out here.
Alright, Fury Fire. Like we see how he's trying to deal with.
Oh no!
Command grab again.
That's the second time. You gotta be really wary of that. You gotta maybe set that up a little more. Like, you know, Fury Fire is looking out for that.
And we mentioned it before, like the match before, nobody EXE, a little bit slower pace. You see Super Saiyan Kid, a lot more active. Gonna get into
finish him now.
Off the Super Skybound.
You see the cutscene, watch the whole damn thing.
But it's scaled quite a bit since it's off the auto combo, but it still died. He still died. I didn't say he wasn't gonna die though, but
I definitely held off in this game because it's taking the longest for Street Fighter 5, and now like for this one especially, like I just wait. All right, it's gonna move on through. Free Fire starting to stay a little bit more aggressive. Jump L.
It's also a little different in this game
Yeah,
because super damage can change depending on if they did the easy input or not.
Yeah. Because you won't know until a little bit after, so you see the good or whatever sign coming up.
Yo, the bro with the jump man over the 2L. He tried to slot it away, but just got hopped over.
Hey, plus
frames.
Yeah, and trying to take that cue from nobody EXE. Super Saiyan Kid definitely rushing down Fury Fire a lot more. Oh, but EX Rekka.
Yeah, and taking advantage of Percival's sweep, which was buffed not in the big balance patch, but in the small patch right before it. He was handed an incredible tool with his new sweep.
Jump L's have not been working out. I want to see a few more jump H's. Super Saiyan Kid spinning it. I don't think this is going to work. He blocked it.
But yeah, this save not too much of a punish he can do, but Fury Fire
This is trouble, though. Really, any hit. Oh, no, there's the anti-air. Yeah.
That's where you get the most off that Skybound art right there. Is when they're in the air. That's where the most damage comes from. Fury Fire taking advantage, taking the first round.
Yeah, and the flares are an absolutely unbeatable anti-air. I mean, that covers. And Human Pyramid is a little different because he can sort of just tank moves. But compared to Iggy, he can die during Human Pyramid, which he can't during Iggy. But he just controls the air. If he calls out that you're jumping, you're not getting away from that move.
Okay, I saw some good stuff from Super Saiyan Kid trying to rush that down, but missed a couple opportunities on the missed command grabs, and then especially when Human Pyramid comes out, I think it's a little bit antsy, a little bit scared, but at that point, there's not a lot of life to give.
But here's the EX. Tatsu back to mid-screen. The boys coming out. A lot of these setups have been working out. And not really setups, just a lot of the assists have been working out to gain some of that space. Running into some of those buttons, though.
Using EX to, using EX to kind of stock out. We'll see how he uses it. Using that jump bell to great use right now. Using that to get in. Gains the pressure. He has the corner control now.
Interruption. EX is going to spin that so he can stay in. Oh, the throw, though.
Oh. Minus situation. Fury Fire tried the EX counter. And great throw from Super Saiyan. Yeah, he's trying to jump again, but taking a lot of damage for it. But the Super's out now. The Fury Fire gaining some health back, gaining some meter back.
Super Saiyan Kid does have 4 stocks on the heck. It's so far out of range for that 2H. Next fireball, knocking closer to the corner. Jump
unfortunate trade with the missiles. I like the roll for the side switch. Super Skybound, though, caught the grab. Full animation. I think this is it for the round.
Yeah. I'm gonna put my money on it. Okay, I was right.
Holding my tongue here, because you never know. But here we go. Super Saiyan Kid stays in it. So
Super Saiyan Kid with a Super Skybound.
So he's working out. Yeah, the jump L's been working out in dividends for him lately. Just being able to cover the space on the incoming, and it's hard for this character to anti-air. Loane.
Oh, fortunate trade with the DP for Loane there.
I wonder if that's worth it. Yeah, the DP trade and probably most likely worth
You know,
it.
it sort of worked out because it wasn't an EXDP, so he did still have DP timer up to get out of the corner after the next sequence.
Because yeah, he used it right away after.
Plus frames. Right, so
Oh,
wait a
the
second.
wait.
I like the wait to stare
Another
out
overhead.
again.
Oh, and it
Overhead again.
just mashed the 5L after overhead.
He wants to turn back and he wants it now.
No respect here in this match at this
All
point.
right, Iggy's coming. Oh no, he's not going to get a chance to use it if he gets the win. No, he didn't get the Super Skybound.
Red. Oh no, you might be in trouble because Iggy's coming out to
And
play.
he has no health. Any two things that connect are going to chip. Yeah.
There's the one and the two.
That was a needed spot
that
dodge
was
right
such
there.
a rough drop for Super Saiyan Kid, missing the Super Skybound off the auto combo. Had the hit that he needed, bought some time because Fury Fire was a little timid on the Yiggy Pop.
And we'll see. You know, it's a mark of a great player after kind of a big mistake like that. If you can compose yourself with Super Saiyan Kid getting rushed down.
Yeah, good 2L challenge, not holding the pressure that was fake.
Yeah, so the EX Fireball, but I can't use that over here in the corner. No big deal. Can wait for that to go. But stance.
Oh, wow,
Eat some of
that
that
air to
food.
air.
Nice side
Low
switch.
JL, okay.
Just
Oh,
walk
big back
forward.
throw
Didn't
into the
even
corner.
call it Catalina about. Right, yeah, that's huge. We call it the back throw of Destiny. Clap.
Trey.
Yiggy's available. All right, this time he's able to close out. He found another hit before Yiggy could become activated. And Super Saiyan Kid able to close out game 2, even up the count.
Yeah, you mentioned earlier, like after that overhead, after Super Saiyan Kid lands an overhead, Fury Fire has been hitting buttons, even though he's minus in that situation. Now
Not only
Super
that,
Saiyan Kid
but
is taking
interesting
advantage.
that, I mean, he had Iggy available, and the health was relatively low, and he chose to go with a non-invuln option versus activating.
And you know, I played Fury Fire like a couple of sets before, and you know, he's told me like sometimes he just tries to activate and misses it. So that could have been that
yeah, that's right.
situation.
Especially if you're doing like skill buttons, sometimes you'll get a special move or something. It happens to me where I'll miss the diagonal input, so I'll get like down forward skill.
Ooh, sweet though. Fury Fire still in relative
anti-air.
control here. Trying
Able
to find
to
that
switch
that
the
spot.
positioning. Oh, nice counter though. Buys himself space out of the corner.
Ooh.
Looking
Wait.
heavy right now.
He's
and
close
goes
enough to
for
roll
it.
through.
This actually lands.
He's gonna just hold the pressure though.
Yeah.
Yes, block it out.
But
Fury Fire, I thought that was going to hit, but no.
Yeah, any chip damage is gonna do it.
That was good restraint from Fury Fire. I mean, it was going to be a safe super, so he was definitely going to lose his turn. He probably could have rolled through and punished it, but he had a big enough life lead that he just held it, blocked it out, and reset the neutral.
XDP still not scared. It is Super Saiyan Kid.
You don't scare, I don't scare.
Exactly.
Overhead.
Oh no, got caught pressing before the EX.
Right. I love Fury Fire's idea of just like gaining a bunch of meter.
Yeah.
Because you know Super Saiyan Kid always isn't always going in.
Oh, you missed
no,
the
he missed his
confirm off the
button.
commander. Big because now he has no EXDP as well.
Yeah, and meter
other
is
side.
there. This is a big question for Fury Fire. Is he going to pop human pyramid early or wait till he loses a bit more health and, you know, try to
Wow,
hold for
he
Iggy?
plus after that. He took the turn right out of his hands.
This is dangerous for Fury Fire because a single combo could win this for Percy at the level of health that he has. He's going to use missiles to try and get out and just reset back to mid-screen.
Boys.
Oh, what a clutch 2M.
Two?
Yeah, that was really hard
missiles.
situation
All
for
the-
Super Saiyan Kid. After that, anti-air 2M, low profiling the jump in.
I feel like when you get to such like a low amount of health, it isn't even about Yggdrasil. It's about like staying alive against like a consistent amount of pressure from the assist over and over again. The missiles, the fireballs, the lasers, all these things coming out. And if you have someone like Fury Fire who's timing it right, it's difficult to spot dodge roll through everything.
Yeah, and there's a really kind of dangerous amount of health, especially against higher damage characters for Lowain, where he's not in Super Skybound territory, but he is in die from an optimal combo territory. And of course, Percival's someone who can combo into EX low sweep into Super, dangerous even mid-screen. All right, so we're going to be moving on in winners.
Yep. So it looks like we're going back to winners. Kilo versus Kizakrait. This has been a classic of weeks of low kick online.
no.
Super.
So
SSSO.
So Kizar most likely was looking at timers, trying to react to a fireball with EXDP, and Kilo just threw out raw El Rekka and baited out the reaction by Kizar.
I mean,
You
but
went
that's
too
the
far.
thing. Yeah, Kilo is known to start off with that 2-1-4L, so it's not like it. Yeah, using the timer in that situation can be real tough. Greatly
Coming out.
safe. Boot.
Yeah.
Oh,
And-
wow,
yeah,
he got the
but the
cross
neutral
up.
jump.
That is such a
I was
tight
gonna say,
timing.
You gotta have that on deck, right? Like, and also put that in the mind. You're gonna be able to neutral jump and punish that.
Oh,
It's
that
gonna eliminate
was...
some of the grand pressure. EX. You have the pickup. One more setup will do it. More
There's the
conversion.
command grab.
Heavy. Yup. Close age. EX.
Guy bound.
All right, round one going to Kizzer.
Tight
Good start for
stuff.
him.
Yeah, started off with that preempt the neutral, and that's the thing. If you're trying to react neutral jump to EX boot, you will get hit. So you have to preemptively neutral jump and hope he just falls into it. And great
Not
stuff
only
from
that,
Kizzer right
but
there.
also come down with the right button because it might go under you. It might stay in front.
Right. Yeah, great awareness to because we always talk about his awareness, but Kilo also.
Yeah,
Once he gets the ball rolling.
That is for sure. This is a fight of two relative awareness monsters. I mean, we always talk about Kilo's readiness for such specific hits, such specific pressure situations. However, his spacing a little bit off in the corner there against Percival's sweep.
Using EX Fireball for plus frames, but Kizzer Crate, you're going to use some EX to get out of the corner, and now reversal fortune for Kizzer Crate.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that jump you blowing up the 2H there.
Take the
He's
sweep and it
stocking
stops, and he
up.
finds the reset into
Overhead.
overhead.
That's a
And
counter
game one
hit.
going to Kizzer.
Yeah, Kilo did get, like I said, getting a taste of his own medicine. He always finds a way to get that counter hit overhead in, but Kizzer Crate said, nah, you're going to take.
And the interesting part was that overhead was off of a hit. That was a hit canceled into overhead. So Kilo, I'm not sure if he was trying to tech or if he was maybe just kind of, mashing in case Kizzer dropped, but got counter hit either way for the round, and Kizzer up 1-0.
Very, very smart reset to take that round because otherwise it probably wouldn't have been one more setup. But oh, great spot dodge show. To the corner we go.
Reverse that momentum a little bit.
Oh,
Try to
nice
punish the jump.
patience
You-
from Kizzer,
More
waiting out the
patience from
DP.
Kizzer. He's done his homework because these two have played a lot. Winners finals, grand finals, losers finals, a lot of long sets.
Up you again, coming down that far age. He hits plus frames. We're taking the trade. Kilo gets hit with a far age.
And Kizzer on
looks
match
like he's
point.
so prepared.
3 rounds
Not
in a
just
row.
for the matchup, but like Kilo's tendencies right now. He knows like when does he want to 2H, when does he want to try to boot.
And
But-
That's
Kilo was
important for,
shown
like,
this
any matchup,
before,
but,
though.
like,
He's
that's
been,
good for
oh
Grit.
no, I don't know if that's what he wanted. If he was trying to
doubt
find,
it.
he might have been trying to find the hit part of the stock, but either way, it was not the move. Gonna find a back throw
Back
here.
throw of destiny.
But yeah, this is still dangerous territory. And Kilo coming right back with a
Fireball.
really solid round.
He always finds that way. He just finds a round real quick and just starts the momentum. So we'll see if Kizzer still has that nice patience that
Nice
he's shown these past 3
JU.
rounds.
Too preemptive there.
Awesome. This is big.
Misses the sweep,
get
but
the
doesn't
sweep.
overextend. Nice patience from Kizzer, gets the whip punish on the sweep.
Nice punish. He's backing off.
Kilo trying to find his way out the corner. Kizzer just
Big air to air. Is he going to have the confirm? Yeah, he's going to get stocks
Yeah.
back on this.
stocks.
And that's
Oh,
it.
he jumped, and that's it.
Kilo looking for the
Kizzer
command grab, and Kizzer just went for the meaty, and he's able to close out game 2, moving on to winners finals.
Into winners finals.
The ugliest sword in the game. But honestly, no, good stuff to Kizzer. Really solid play, really solid conversion, especially the air-to-air at the very end there. Man. And again, that's like, as you said before, Zach, tendencies of not only the character, but also the person.
Yeah,
how
because
much
they
they played.
played like so like first to threes, first to twos, and like honestly, Kizzer most of the time has been getting washed. So I always knew Kizzer was gonna find something out, right? And you probably looked at those tapes. I was just like, yeah, I figured it out. So we'll see if that can continue and take in some consistency.
All right, so coming up next, Zach, back up against Nobody EXE. This is going to be our other winner semis to see who faces Kizzer Crate in winners finals. This is definitely a interesting range matchup for both characters because both of them are excellent at whiff punishing each other. Percival is able to exploit Fairy's main weakness, which is the fact that she puts out hurt boxes full screen when she does her long range moves, and he has moves that can have a good amount of active frames and cover a good amount of space to stuff them preemptively. Big jump.
I wanted.
All right, takes the plus frames. Delay grab, calling out the DP. All right, command grab. He's not going to build the super yet, so he's just going to take the stocks, went for another one, waited it out. Zach in trouble, but he was able to get back to mid-screen. Ooh, yeah. Thank you. Forgot to put the game up. There we go.
Nobody EXC has gotten Zach down to a lot of life here. He's got nothing on the deck, and there the EX is the unreactable. You know, people say the Gorilla Blade is from Lance, but you don't really think about what Percy has. That EX dash under right there.
DP nerf.
Punish? No, nothing much off that far end.
All right, swings into the JL. Not a favorable situation though.
I did the OS too early. Oh my god.
Nice command grab. Heavy. Yeah, pick up on the sweep and use it for the stocks. I like that.
Jab
Let's see if it
pressure.
begins.
And that stagger jab pressure is relatively hard for Fairy to get out of now. With the slower startup on her DP in this patch, she has to really be careful DPing in between lights. Oh, able to stuff him back in the corner though. Zach with a good positioning.
Nice overhead off the stagger.
Nobody,
EX, and that's down.
EXC either messing up his OS or going for the Neanderthal throw tech.
Rolling up here.
With punish on the stock. That's one of the hardest parts for Percy in this matchup is he can't stock up safely in neutral.
That makes it hard in general to, if you can't get that stuff off, that's like a detriment to your plus frames, your damage.
Yeah, he really has to think about his knockdowns. Does he want to use them for Oki or does he want to use them for stocks?
Empty low. EX for the ender. The pick up, make him hold all that. Charge up, get engine. The custom combos on deck. Zach just chipping away. The throw, bad tag. Nobody just have two stocks. I mean, you could delete a lot of health from this character real quick. Got to find his way in, but it's difficult. Especially gets Fairy and he gets checked on the incoming. The counter, you saw it come out.
All right, Zach in the box taking game one. Yeah, looking for nobody going back to the room, looking for a stage switch to Albion Coliseum.
Yeah, that's probably like me.
Yeah, check your battle settings.
Yeah, because it's PC.
Oh,
Forgot.
yeah, you haven't. Zach just got PC version this week, so probably doesn't have everything set up in the...
Coliseum?
Yeah, Albion Coliseum.
Got it.
I also will let you people know that a lot of the rankings on here aren't... they're not the right ones. They don't really reflect. They never really have in this game. A lot of people will just play lobbies and stuff. So like, don't use the rankings as like a determinant of how good someone is. Because a lot of people just like get the PS4 version and then get the PC version later. And so if you think you're running into like some B4 player or A1 player or whatever, they could be like SS ranked in their other account.
Not only that, but
PS4
different communities. You know, PS4 ranked is much more active than PC ranked, and also the different sub communities that have come into the game. You can see their tendencies from the games they came from, right? Like the Arxis players are not going as ham in ranked a lot of the time, but Street Fighter players who have changed the game populate a ton of ranked because they're used to that being their primary online mode.
Very true, very true.
EX. That's bad.
Nice plus frames. Nobody still trying to go in. See, he has to find the moments. There we go. I like the rolls. You gotta have to start having those to come in because you've been knocked away so many times. And I feel like this matchup hasn't changed that much from the last patch. It's still difficult for Percy to get the game plan going.
I'm gonna see round start. Yep.
Almost worked.
Cheers.
All right, big jump in for nobody here.
Yep, giving him that corner.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Zach getting clipped by one of the few punishable things that Percy can do in that situation, but nobody cancelled to another air normal and was able, kind of forced himself into an anti-air situation. Nice side switch by Zach.
That's giving him the corner that he wanted and away from nobody. Where again, it's so hard when you can't get in on this character. Never mind, the jumper is going to allow him to do it. The DP right after, not going to go for the stock, just going to run up, continue the pressure.
Yeah, so that's the downside to trying to use the medium DP. It's not super punishable if it catches them high up in the air, but non-EX DPs are air blockable after they reach their active frames.
Going out GG, he'll land on it. Stepped in it with both shoes. Beppo right after. Get you to cover the approach. I like that. But unfortunately, the jump U comes down. Blesses his dome. This time, Zach moving right through. Using that walk speed. Far H is going for the stocks.
Yikes.
Oh, this is bad. This is real bad. You put this man in the corner.
Already.
Shot them L's.
I got lucky.
Zach will definitely take that.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Nobody though can still make this comeback. The Super Scavenger on deck. The 2 sequences will actually do it. Maybe 1 now.
That was DP.
Definitely 1 now. If he finds a hit, but EXDP denies it.
I was mashing.
Great stuff by Zach in the box.
I was mashing.
On winners finals. Okay. You don't tell the people that.
Zach in the box
This
was
was
the full disclosure.
Full disclosure, the first situation, I was gonna wait and then DP because I knew he spot dash. I read it, but I did the DP wrong. But yeah. GG's.
All right, so we're gonna move on down to the loser side.
Yeah, absolutely great matches so far. Moving on towards the conclusion of this bracket. The Waifu Dome.
Yes, so we're going back to the loser side. Looks
Yeah,
like
so up next we're gonna have Fury Fire and Mars.
Okay.
Getting that Lil Wayne representation for Fury Fire and Mars, aka Zen Mars. You know, Eunice, as Enkidu player, looks to be pretty locked into Soris recently. Started off with La Diva, but pretty interested in Soris. We'll see how it goes. I'm not gonna say I've seen Lil Wayne versus Soris ever yet, so it should be good.
Definitely. Both Soris, I'm not going to call him rare, and I think a lot of people are coming around on him. Like, people dismissed him pretty early as being, like, straight up bad. However, I mean, I myself have seen, you know, having played good Soris. I played Kid Viper a few weeks ago. I think Nobody EXE brought him into a lobby we were doing, and I literally didn't get around against his Soris in a matchup that I thought prior to that was indisputably in Catalina's favor, like for free in her favor, and I got smoked. So the character has some potential, has to be pretty creative with his frame traps and his spacing to kind of make things that aren't necessarily real by frames, but create situations where if they try to challenge, they'll whiff, and then you'll whiff punish them for doing so, and has a lot of situations where he can do things that are minus but not punishable.
A game where it comes after where he does the special move and then it's like the spot dodge after, or if he doesn't, you know, that you have that back and forth that you have to really worry about. And again, this is one of those characters that, you know, you said we've seen, you know, off and on as people are coming around to him, but it's still not like a consistent, where I don't think a lot of people have really labbed this character out. Maybe it's the Soris player saying this character's garbage, you'll never see me play him, yada yada yada. But the character still do a lot of work. The chip, the damage,
I want to point out that Mars is like halfway there. He's using the best Soris color, but he's not using the tattoo fist. So he like almost got the aesthetic, but not quite. He's got a little bit of work to do still.
But he's
did the right thing.
Aesthetic of
round start.
Yeah, exactly. That's the Soris aesthetic if I've ever seen one.
Exactly,
and that's
I love that.
Big decision at round start, because if you get EX dash punch blocked, you're gonna have to wait to get your game started for a little bit. But if EX rush punch at round start counter hits, they are in the corner immediately. Like instantly, you have corner positioning.
Well, this matchup would be a lot harder, but now thinking about the flex, as he flexed all those missiles,
yeah,
they'll eliminate a lot of that pressure.
So he has a lot of health, and he can maybe choose to flex something. He's gonna spot dodge most of the pressure. Perfect spot dodges. Gets clipped once. Still a good amount of health.
Yeah,
look at that spot dodge.
That was pretty ideal of how to deal with Iggy right there. You've got to hit with a little couple things.
Oh no, gets caught with the jump in. No EX available though to continue the pressure, and wow!
With the throw?
Wasn't ready for the last hit of JL. And there's the counter!
Oh, the parry!
And Mars, the first person on stream to like really fully survive Iggy, still not able to close out the round. Fury Fire able to use what resources he had left to close things out.
He studied how to play Mario Party, but unfortunately forgot to play the rest of Granblue. Still in it though, only the first round. Okay, spot dodge, nice, low, EX. Try to check on the incoming. Fury Fire, I like the delay, but overhead.
Wow.
That's your anti-air twist? I love it.
That's one of the hardest things. Like trying to commit after you see that flex is really hard to just go into throw right away. But it's something you have to do. Overhead block.
We're starting to like kind of travel right behind some of the assist here to try to keep the pressure on. It's not mattering as he gets knocked out.
Yeah, clean pressure here from Mars.
Like we said, sometimes Fury Fire I think might be just missing. I think he wanted the Iggy there. That's why he just got hit out of it. Round start. He tried a round start parry for the rush punch. Then Mars didn't bite.
Aggregating that pressure right there off the lows. Nice buffer. Look at the chip. Even if you're blocking, you're still taking so much.
Flex on him. Wow, still challenge afterwards though.
Who said this character does not have an AA? You know. Speaking of the pickup and the super, that time it'll kill. See a lot of clips on Twitter. Oh, this isn't gonna kill. Zen Mars had him down to enough health that is optimal.
Yeah, nice, nice. You know, mental stability there from Zen Mars too. After a really, really rough round 1 loss, able to put things back together, wasn't phased. Took 2 straight rounds to close out game 1.
Yeah, the rush punch has been working out a ton for Zen Mars right now. Yep.
I think it's really good, especially if you're in recognition of how much meter that they're spending. Because you just throw that out nice overhead, delayed it just enough to beat out the parry. Neutral jump, L.
Oh, just running up in the meaty.
This is not gonna kill.
Not gonna kill, and
a ton of damage.
Oh, yeah, just try to challenge it. Didn't want to even activate it.
Yeah, Fury Fire is gonna do it. You gotta pull it out at some point. Even if you're not gonna defeat the other person in full, you get their health down so you have a chance. Otherwise, you just, you know, leaving that meter on the deck, nothing going.
The interesting part is like Zen Mars is walking forward. He's gaining meter.
He wasn't ready with the right button. So Sori's his up kick. That's actually his only real punishable move. If he does that too close, you can catch, you know, some sort of punish from most characters. It's like -7, -8. And here, this pressure, this pressure is all minus, but if Loane picks the wrong move, if Fury Fire tries to poke out and he uses a light that's misspaced and whiffs, he's going to get smashed for it.
That's something you have to take in a lab and understand the spacing. We're finally going to get Iggy and see if Zen Mars can be consistent. It seems like he's pretty consistent. Yeah, walk forward first.
A little early.
Just missed the...
Oh, this time didn't work out. Got a little too gutsy there.
Yeah, going to hold some chip.
Gonna opt to block out a little bit instead of, you know, trying to risk a spot dodge, and now we're getting naked.
Yeah, this one's gonna be hard for Loane.
Become too powerful. Stop praying for him.
Yeah, plus on block pressure. Oh, that's a punishable move.
Woo! He's just blocks right in front of him.
Fury Fire waiting it out, but got baited by the run up into overhead. And Mars able to close it out, moving on in the loser side.
Say that Mars's neutral is really good. Like, that character may not be as good as other characters in the game, but his usage of different tactics and things like that are just like player specific more than character specific are really smart. And then applying them to Sori's game plan worked out pretty well.
Yeah, you have to have a different type of mindset when you're playing that character. Very disrespectful, very just confident in like your options, because you know it's like you're taking a risk by like round start EX rush punch, but it's something you got to do.
All right, so
absolutely.
Up next on the other side of losers, we're going to have myself up against Medic. Everyone who's a regular to the stream knows my thoughts on the Catalina versus Lance matchup. Even when Catalina was God tier prior to the patch, arguably her only bad matchup in the game. So we'll see how this goes. Both characters toned down a little bit, but both also still very strong characters. And this is actually a really big prize for this match, because Nobody EXE had some real life stuff come up and actually had to drop out, and he would be who the winner of this match faces. So this match, basically, the winner of this advances directly to loser semis.
So yeah, big. Unfortunate for Nobody EXE, but big, yeah, like you said, big reward for the winner of this match. You'll see a lot more on it.
All right. Pretty clean color choice, respectable.
Yeah, respectable, white, always never a bad choice.
I mean, man's got Medic in his name. What do you expect?
Okay, bars.
Laying it down. All right. How is Medic gonna play on this 2M?
Okay.
Maybe a nice 2H. Yo, the walk back. Moonwalk with it. two of them
Oh,
the
God.
buffers off that blessed button, but off the backboard.
The
That has
wall
not
jump.
changed. That's
That was
still
bad.
good.
That was a bad match.
Rack it.
That was like the unshimmy in like Street Fighter 5. You just stand there and know that's the outside of the
Yeah,
range.
the Street Fighter 5 Ken mix-ups.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Oh wow. Yeah. Sweep on wake up.
It was
Medic
sweep buffered
already
into super.
jumping
I
up.
thought he was going to be looking for the DP and back up. All right, Gorilla Blade at the
Oh, wow.
start. Oh, good bait on the
Feels like that's a
DP. I'm
good
getting put in the
trade for
corner.
Medic. Yeah. Because he's getting put in the corner. Now you gotta hold all his lance pressure still strong.
Nice speedy fireball this time. Getting that down a lot
All right.
more this time with
There's my way
Medic,
out.
but nice punish.
Yeah, we saw that from the other match we see Medic play. He likes to take the risk on the third Rekka sometimes, so...
Wow, that was in
Marco
throw
Callisto to
range?
wait it out. Yeah.
It looked like he kind of walked with it, actually. I thought.
Wow, nice
I thought he walked a
2H.
little bit with it.
Yeah,
Thankfully, I
we
fell out of
complimented
the
Medic on
combo.
his 2H usage last match, too.
Still have a chance. Oh, come on. I took that.
That's a rare thing, too, to have great 2Hs. But it doesn't matter because Callisto's going to
Wow.
melt him. But
God.
he whipped the wake-up button.
I hate
You know?
this character so much. So very much.
That's pretty good. Oh, 2H.
Back in it, 2H. The response from Callisto. The anti
back throw.
back throw. Oh, no.
We might be getting Shin Callisto soon here.
He's coming, dude. I know he's coming. I can feel it.
Yeah, the jump you.
The anger.
Yeah, has the corner control gonna give some space up because yeah, that's
That was
hard
too
because
close.
Mm.
if you're too close to Lance in the corner, it's easy to let him wall jump and escape or 2-2H. So good to
Why
give
does
him
that
some space
2L
up there.
reach? This character's fucked up.
They said he got nerfed. They said he was mid-low tier and all this other stuff. All these Lance players crying in the Discords, whining, my character's dead, my character's dead. Now look at him. Putting the corner pressure on Callisto.
Oh,
Ooh,
God. I got
this
hit.
way. Oh, the
throw
classic.
there.
Jump you.
Taking the knockdown.
Blows up the 2H.
Stagger,
Pressure,
stagger.
staggering. Oh, this is
Walk
Shin
up
Callisto.
stagger.
Yeah, this is Shin Callisto right here.
The walk up, the 1 second walk up got Medic to flinch on the stagger pressure. That's really what you have to do as Cat and most characters nowadays. Instead of that close M pressure, to go with that light
Oh, I'm mashing.
5L stagger. Yeah, Shin Callisto.
And then now, then now you get to like, mix it, intersperse the other moves in there and kind of maybe walk back, bait DPs and
I'm
things
not
like
doing
that. You've
anything.
created big
I like
amounts
that.
of mental stack.
I like that. I love that gameplay. But great
Nice.
confirm off it. Jump you.
The thrust push him in the corner,
Oh,
try to get
wow,
him.
I didn't land in time.
Grab, but this is big. Okay, great tackle. Yeah, we're not gonna use that jump.
I like that. Jump out.
Way to confirm.
The throw.
He's
Went
out.
for the empty jump low. Decades of decade.
That's fine. He's perfectly okay with that. The EX Fireball gone. You don't have to worry about that full screen stuff.
What? That was EX
yeah?
Fireball. Come on,
No.
game.
Okay,
Sick.
well he got a little chip on there.
He didn't punish.
It was a big brain play. Got a little
I'll take
bit
that
of chip
pressure.
Yeah, overhead. As long as it's not a counter hit, you're okay.
There. Yikes! Yikes!
I just said, as long as it's not a counter hit. Unfortunately, got clipped. Rekka pressure. Back and off for the EX Fireball. Yeah, you got to do it that distance now. You can't just be full screen and do it.
Yeah, tough
Just
spacing
rush.
for him. That EX Fireball pushed him like right at the edge of EX thrust range. That was kind of a tough spot for him to be in.
Just a tip. Was able to chip it out. Callisto fighting back with another game. 1-1 apiece in this losers top 8 match.
Nice. 2H to start things. I like just establishing that you have those anti-airs on deck. The big punish on that, but no big deal.
Big jump you.
Still got him in the corner. Stagger pressure again. The far L, the far H, DP. All right, that H, but nothing after that. No EX Gorilla Blade. You're gonna pay for that.
I need a jump you.
Rusto pick up. Oh, what a hitbox! The next got him in the corner. EX Fireball, keeping the pressure on, gets a low, just practice for the throw,
I got
doesn't
big one. He
matter.
actually recovered from the throw in time, but might have tried to 2H or something, or even 2-2H out.
Well, it's still looking real nice right now.
Great challenge on the second
Nice
part of the
anti-air.
rack.
Even on, I tried to super jump to change. Oh!
Oh.
Okay, Lance.
Heavy no confirm under there. Okay, there we go.
Great.
Nice. Using EX Fireball to get the mid-screen push. whip and all those 2Hs now. I like Callisto's jump times have just kind of differed up, and you got to worry about the jump use also as well. It's been kind of dealing with the pressure. I'm sorry, the 2H defensive tactic.
Ooh, I like recognizing the range, but
man, see, I said all that, and he still gets the 2H.
But he hasn't been able to get a very meaningful confirm off that 2H recently. But still has the corner. Gets the grab in.
I broke.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm probably dead. Yeah, I'm definitely dead.
Yeah.
I was
They
tight
saw that
because I
right
got the hit that I
immediately.
needed, and skill button super came out as fucking thrust. So I was like just looking to mash out. That was definitely a mental crack.
Last game, last round. Let's see who can clutch it out. Justin barely couldn't whip punish the slide, but go into the corner. 2-2H is gonna come out.
Bad recognition of the situation. I shouldn't have gone for that throw when you still had 2-2H available.
Gotta rest on your defense now against Lance. Oh,
Sick.
okay.
The thrust just put it back in there. Okay, that could have been bad, but it works out. DP.
What?
This is
Oh,
Shin
come
Callisto.
on. Yeah,
Jump
good
you,
2H.
not no dice.
Confirming a super on
Like,
dead.
no way that this got hurt.
God.
Finally was able to get that meaningful confirm off that jump you anti age.
I'm tight. I'm like actually tight.
Yeah.
Okay, I'd be tight too, but I mean that was a good conversion by Medic. That's slick right there.
That
Ooh.
I don't
Moment of
know.
silence.
GG's. There were some things that that I pressed that the game disagreed. Whether or not I pressed them.
Good stuff to Medic.
I'm-
Moving on.
I'm out.
to Lucy.
All right. So
No, that's really good.
and actually, hold on. Let's see. All right, Nobody XC actually was able to solve his IRL stuff going on. So the good news is good. You better hold that match. You don't get 2 matches for beating me, Medic. Good. Good. I'm glad.
Week in, week out.
Let's go,
Shin
Alex.
Callisto,
Let's
always
go.
Always a class.
All right, so
All
up
right.
next, losers quarters. We're gonna have Kilo up against Mars.
Mars in the chat talking about how he used to go with the diva, and now he's running this character just because he likes him, and I like that mentality. Run the character. You know, run the character that you like.
And that really pushes you to want to keep playing the character, keep extending the amount the character can do. But
I don't think there's anything in this game where it's like really grievous. Like matchup wise, obviously there's a lot that sucks, but it's gotten better in this patch. I don't think there's much in this game that's like impossible.
Yeah, but you know, it couldn't feel impossible though when you're in the corner against Grand, holding all these plus frames, especially as stories, and I have to make a hard read to get out of the corner, trying to use that flex to do so. Naked time. Here we go.
Undressing, gonna show him everything.
Oh, but
Gates
yeah.
fireball gonna cut through. Super, that'll do it. No, cutscene. Never mind the 2L.
Yeah, he catches a lot of
Call me a
people
liar.
with that, with like a stagger into like an EX fireball, catching you trying to jump up, press a button. Oh, that was greatly spaced for the 5H. Just boot, boot, boot. We've seen Kilo do that a lot. Sometimes he just doesn't care, like the DP. Great baits from Mars though.
Let it rip, got punished for it. Oh man, just dash a deep or dash a boot. EX, heavy, hip sweep, set
Wow,
up,
that was the
meaty.
meatiest boot. Jeez.
Yeah, he tried to do that last week and we were wondering if it was a setup, and it is. So yeah, EX boot! Haha!
EX boot, and there's the finish from Kilo. This is looking real difficult for Mars. Usually the gameplay that Mars wants to do, the risky stuff, isn't really working out because Kilo's shutting everything down.
Yeah,
And even though Kilo has some risky moments for the DPs, they're not really, they're not dissuading him from playing his game.
yeah, stories too. There's a big difference in the pressure of these characters, where both definitely have ways to kind of like lock you down and make you wait for a turn. The difference is that Gran can convert basically any hit into giant damage if he has timers up, where Stories can only confirm really, really specific hits into damage. Nice 2H into the DP. He recognized it wasn't a counter hit, just went straight into medium DP. Uh-oh,
Right.
boots coming. Yeah, nice spot dodge.
Yeah, nicely done. And he does have stocks available, but it's not gonna matter to me.
This is a relatively
Raging old
low
man?
damage super.
It's like a command grab, basically.
Yeah, it's
a lot of
actually
scaling on that.
it's mad hype when it's the killing, like when it finishes the game
Yeah.
and it goes into the cinematic. It's super hype, but it's actually kind of a crappy super other than that.
Oh no.
Whiff and boot into a sweep. Kilo on match point. Some fight from Zen Mars, but just can't translate it into a round.
Spot dodge that boot this time didn't work out. Recover the time. Cancel into the EX Fireball.
Oh, I like the awareness on Kilo. Stop this pressure right when he saw that flex. Went in for a grab. Yeah, grab again. Nage.
Dagger pressure.
All right, empty jump low. Nice jump out. Mars has an opportunity to get something going. Good damage here too, and the hard knockdown.
Yeah.
Empty jump mid.
Yeah,
Just looking for the
all
DP.
DXs now. Yeah, he had to back God because he had nothing.
Nice spot dodge on the fireball, keeping that timer down. Yeah, that was not at a punishable
DP right
range.
after.
And that's actually, it's not as wild as a DP as it seemed. Like, there's no way Soris was going to smoke Gran mid-screen for that DP punish.
Yeah. Great choice. So was that EX boot.
Yeah, catches Mars moving forward, and that's going to send Mars home in 5th place. Kilo moving on to loser semis.
Wonder how many online tournaments people have lost by just running into that boot.
You know the other thing I want to test in terms of like general online stuff in this game? I want to see if you go to room search and just type in Tim's, if you're guaranteed to find like a room with Gran in it at all times, like any hour of the day.
I mean, you gotta get that experience. If I have that resource available to me, if that's true, I will gladly use it.
All right, so up next, Nobody EXE was able to work things out. He's going to be staying in a loser. Oh, I was mashing A. Oh, I picked wait for match instead of spectate. So after I spectated the match, it cycled me in. I see what's going on. No, I was claiming my turn. This is my tournament. This is my tournament, medic. Yeah, you can go find your own cabinet. This is my room.
Comment. That sounds like similar things that have happened in some online Smash tournaments, but I won't comment any further on that.
All right. Other side of losers' quarters. Nobody EXE on Percy up against medic.
See, greatly spaced slide to start the round. Yeah, we see that from both Nobody EXE and Kizzer, is that using that jump M to kind of jump over a fireball, really long range, go over the fireball. TP. Yeah, great air, but no respect from Nobody EXE so far, and using the fireball to beat out the slide, and now he has the corner. Nobody EXE is very, very good at sprinkling in those command grabs. He keeps the pressure pretty tight at first.
Tried to jump back to get the air-to-air, but a little too late on it. Nice use of the JU. Even though it whiffed, I mean, that's fine, right? He didn't get punished for it, and he was able to get out of the corner. Whoa, the EX Fireball! It doesn't go as far anymore, and it just ran out. All right, tough situation here. Wow, what a reaction to the startup. He tried to use EX Fireball to buy himself plus frames to side switch in the corner. You can do that, and if they block it, you just, like, 2-2M through them, or I'm sorry, like 6-6M through for a side switch. But great reaction by Nobody.
Yeah. Great, just fighting game fundamentals. Just wait and then see something funny.
Didn't get enough of a dash before the conversion off the counter hit 2H.
No 2H?
Still life lead here. Medic able to push to the corner, finds the stagger record. Oh no, didn't believe in the 2L.
Sometimes you gotta believe in those hits, and that's super important. Now Nobody EXE is controlling the corner himself.
Nice walk back by Medic to kind of space away from that overhead. Kind of dangerous against Percival with his super far-reaching 2L, but it worked out. And another stuff on the fireball.
It's been keeping the pressure pretty tight. I haven't seen the command grab yet this set for Nobody EXE, but it's been working out pretty well so far. Great lead space. Oh, I guess not.
And Nobody EXE with some really conservative checks, not trying to DP out of the pressure, just trying to 5L when he sees an opening.
And especially because, like, at that situation, look at the life lead he had. There's no reason to go for a risk to try and punish anything off 2-2H. Just hold the pressure. And Nobody EXE is glad to rest on his laurels on defense. Big EX DP. And there's the command grab. Finally sprinkled it in. I like that he's using it in the second game. Now the mixes are running overhead, or not overhead, plus frame.
Yeah, the idea that move isn't an overhead is weird.
Yeah. I mean, I say it every week that it's not an overhead.
It certainly in any other game, it probably would be one. I mean, except in Tekken, it'd be like a low.
falling back on some really just conservative defense so far, and that guy found himself out of the corner.
Yeah,
that was great defense so far.
Medic Gorilla Bladed himself in the corner, but he's able to find the EX Fireball. Nice run up confirm.
Okay, we'll see. Wow, a teleport round starting.
Yeah,
gets
2-2M.
and then to corner you go. Just the wait 2M, great timing from Medic.
Oh, put himself in the corner
put
though.
himself in the corner.
Able to push back a little. Didn't dial out the Rekka though, so he didn't get very far out of the corner. Oh, good anti-air on the JL. That's actually pretty hard to do because JL is active all the way to landing, and the Fireball recovered in time to bait the DP. Straight into Super. This should be enough.
50% on those DPs from the EXE basically. You start out the round showing that option, but Medic has that in his mind right now.
Yeah, really quick game 2, tying up the score here.
Yeah, like in those Lance rounds can come quick. Sometimes it's just hard to process what exactly just happened as he got swept. Going, Rekka's in the corner.
Answering the fireballs, trying to get the far H. I like that Medic's jumping in after, even if it's recovered in time from the far H, from nobody, just to get the advantage. Smart to call those out, but nobody's got him in the corner.
Oh, great 2H. Oh, well, no, but he was too high for the DP to combo. That's unfortunate. The only saving grace for nobody here is that that was not an EX DP, so his timer's still up if he needs it to get out of the corner.
And these 2Hs have been landing on deck.
Uh-oh.
Overhead, no,
all right,
denied.
well, that's this round.
Yeah, that's one of the harder things. Like if you're personally familiar with Nobody XE, one of the harder things to hit him with is that overhead. It can happen here or there, but
it's a lot of times where honestly it's just not worth it. Like just stagger, try to throw him.
Yeah, take the throws when you can. But it's important to kind of figure out how to open up a player like that who goes for the logical options defense, like that Lake Tech right there.
EX, okay, take your turn back.
Oh, finally gets the 2-2H to land. Now into the corner we go. 2H, yeah, finally mixing up his options in the air. Nobody XC using the jump view.
They get the worst return off of it. Beautiful jump, H. Rekka pressure, trying to get some low. Late tag.
Oh, Nobody XC can start some of this pressure in this corner now. But 2-2H is active. Lady said that, but great recognition that he went under him. I think that was a mistake, right? Input error of some sort.
You know, I'm not sure. He might have actually intentionally moved forward to try to duck the follow-up of the 2-2H, but fortunately he was wide enough that he was still able to be punished by the jump-in on the way down.
Sweep.
I'll call that command grab.
2-2H, of course, is gonna come out. 2H, no, use the JU to good over it.
I like the back and forth between the anti-air options and
not in
the
time
jump
for the 2H. Tried to anti-air
he's trying to use those riskier options to call out Lance, and it's not been working out now. At the end of the set.
I mean, it makes sense. Medic hasn't shown the slash follow-up of 2-2H yet, right? Like, he's not trying to swing for the fences. He's just taking the jump in after it pretty consistently. Nice pressure here from Nobody. Collecting his plus frames. Gonna back up. He doesn't have stocks and he doesn't have EX Gunflame.
And I like that. With that nerf, you can just, if you're mid-screen, you can jump back. Yeah, up back and walk back. 2-2H coming out. Now it's out of commission. Grab.
My God.
Grabbing absolutely nothing. Medic taking advantage of that.
Wait.
Trying to meet in the air with the jump out.
Super Skyball, no, he's too high.
Both of them looking for the final confirm.
Nice
to
attack.
stay in this.
Gorilla Blade doesn't reach. Nobody EXE, important 3 stocks on deck, but he was too early on the spot dodge.
That was the last 10 seconds of that game, but Medic somehow, some way.
Yeah, barely moving on. Gonna be headed to losers finals where he's gonna play against Kilo, but first we're gonna head back to the winner's side.
Oh, yeah.
Gonna be Kizzer Crate up against Zach in a box in winners finals, 3 out of 5.
Yes. Okay. Wait, I have my right. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, making sure the stage is set.
Got the right one this time as we start this winners match right here.
It's been a considerable amount of weeks since me and Kizzer played, but it was in bracket last. He did beat me. See how it goes this time.
Believe in victory. Battle 1.
All right, here we go. You had a little bit of practice against the Percys in this tournament too.
I would hope so. They make up like 80% of the bracket now.
Percy's the new cat. I'm telling y'all. Beppo, nice in the
spot
back.
touch.
Spacing so key. So
Good block. Oh no,
spacing with
but
the
yeah,
throw.
it's such a dangerous thing. Like that's a normal reaction in fighting games where if someone whiffs a grab in your face, you see the grab and you think grab and you try to react with grab. But in this game, it's so dangerous because there's so much recovery. If you're 7 frames or more late, you're gonna get punished for whiffing a grab in their face.
Oh, I missed the combo.
Oh, let me close.
All right, finds the meaty.
So
Yeah,
the
gonna
GG,
close
and
out
that's
round
it.
1.
Oh, I missed the swag combo. I'm mad.
Trying to style. You need to worry about winning first. You only up one round. Different far H, 2H, nice pickup. With the DP, yeah, from Kizzer. Establishing that right now.
No, ow.
No, did not. Another grab. You pick up the barbecue, the shish kebab. The frame traps.
That's not
Oh,
exactly
nice
what I wanted.
punish,
No.
yeah.
Great punish.
Wrong drill, and Kizzer able to recognize the spacing that he could get a 2L off.
He landed on the GG at the very end there. Got a conversion.
Oh, shoot. Damn,
Watch him
I
make this work, yo. That
No,
the
you're
very
fine.
tip
You're alive.
of that M.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get the
Good tuck on the run-up grab. Oh, no.
I tried it.
blocked and punish.
Sometimes. Happens.
Zach does have a while to play, but you got to keep solid.
All right, 1 round apiece.
Ow.
Uh-oh. Oh, he was a little too
Overhead,
far to pick up from the counter
quote-unquote.
hit. All right, checked with the
That's
far
air to
5L.
air.
Okay, yeah, he knows. That's bad.
Kizzer Craig definitely focused, or he studied this match before. No simple Percy play. EX.
Yeah,
Nice
DP's
DP.
calls out that it's not going to be a cross-up. There's the
That
command
worked out
grab, and
so
he's going to
well as
build
he
the
put him
meter.
in the corner.
Yeah, that is going to be
Nice.
game 1, going to Kizzer Crate. Keep in mind, it's winners finals. This is a 3 out of 5. Whoop. Oh, the names are switched. Hold up.
I wish I had a Percy.
There we go.
Now, don't get like me. Stick with the characters. Fairy's still one of the best characters in the game. And, you know, a lot of Percy players would say that she wins this matchup.
They do? No, they don't.
A lot.
Oh, yeah, no, wait. She wins this matchup? Yeah.
Oh, big 5H.
This is definitely one of those matches easier said than done. And the Percy players can kind of, you know, run their game. When they get the stocks going, get the rush down going, it's hard for Fairy to deal with it, especially with the nerf DP
just
thrown
in
to the
my
corner.
Grabs after the no commit, looking for the DP. Tough situation for Zach here.
Well spaced 2 M's right there. Jump H.
Yeah, that's going to be this
Nice
round.
buffer.
Doesn't even use the super.
Again.
Whoa. Yeah, calling out a round start button. No bite on
Damn,
Zach.
I can't
And
read him.
And that's the thing, is like some of the DP, it's hard to, if you can't read them, that makes them 10 times more dangerous. You can't predict when that reversal option is going to come out, when you can get the punish.
oh, what a
difficult to jump
jump
over.
out. Kizzer just kind of making all the right
jump.
decisions. Going to get back thrown in the corner here. All right, Kizzer holding the
Managed to play
pressure this
Lotto
time
today.
around.
Wow.
H, jump H. Doesn't even need the conversion. He has the spacing. And it worked out. He's 3 stocks on deck, but the punish.
Okay.
Nice conversion.
Kizzer had a real dangerous situation there where he didn't cancel his far 5H, and anyone with a pretty good sweep, and Fairy arguably the best sweep in the game still, you can actually on block sweep punish his 5H as it's retracting if he doesn't cancel to anything. So
Yeah, a lot
Kizzer,
more active than a lot of people think.
yeah, the box stays out a really long time.
Recovery, I mean. All right, stocking up. Same with that H right there. If I want pressure, gives Zach room to
Ooh, the
breathe. He
gun
might be in trouble
flame.
for it.
I don't know if that was supposed to be something else.
Wow.
Nice.
There we go. There's a cancel we were looking for at the far H. Was that again?
Good block
He's
by
just
Zach.
throwing out. He knows.
Finds the back throw. This is...
This is blocked right here.
Yeah,
Good
it
job by
wasn't
Zach.
super skybound. That one's punishable. Zach's going to get the animation here. I don't think it's going to be quite enough, but it's going to be pretty close. The game changed the music. It's yeah. Oh no!
He might not get it.
Caught by a stray
him.
hit. 5M and the EX low. Kizzer posting game 2 on the board.
I'm seeing the cracks though in Kizzer crates. Gameplay's here or there, but it's just, can Zach put this all together? Punish, yes.
Nice
EX.
Right, instant overhead.
And that cash right there. I love that. Spend all
wow,
that money, put it in the corner, put Kizzer, wake it up.
What was that, 5M?
You can't read this, man.
Not exactly what I wanted.
Nice poke, gonna get the hard knockdown. He has 3 stocks, so he doesn't have to worry about stocking up. Just gonna go straight into Oki, finds the hit. Oh, no super, but
okay.
able to close it out in the scramble. Zach on his last life. Match point for Kizzer Crate here. Good whiff punish.
Definitely.
Oh wow, that was a whiff punish. Reset into the command grab.
EXDP, stock it up. This makes this character 10 times more dangerous.
Oh no, an unfortunate height on the drill. Great punish. Uh-oh.
Base out the EXDP.
What?
No!
Zach took his hands off the stick.
I'm done. Good games.
Kizzer moving on to the winner's side of Grand Finals.
He was in my head.
This is the perfect picture because Zach kind of has the like yee look on his face there, like.
Yeah, he got in my head. Like I couldn't. Good games.
It's hard. It did seem like it was hard to read because many times the DPs and things like that, the timing for those is, and the wake up mash. But the thing is that all those decisions worked out into culminating to the end of the match. Like the wake up buttons that he had, if he would have stayed in the corner, Zach would have pieced him up. But that led to him swinging back, and he'll be moving through the winners. Zach not out of this just yet. Only losers.
Yeah, the big thing is Kizzer has like you know, I'm not gonna call it a dash of Wildin. Like it's a little bit more than that, right? Like it's like a quarter cup of Wildin, but he's not all the way wild. So you can't commit to the idea that he's gonna DP through your strings or wake up DP or stuff. You can't count on him to do it all the time. But as soon as you think you're safe and he's gonna respect your pressure, that's when you get wake up grabbed or, you know, wake up button. And Kizzer did a great job converting from the hits and able to move on. So up next, we're going to have loser semis back to a 2 out of 3 format. Medic against Kilo. Kilo has been in this situation before, right? We talked at the beginning of the show about how he's been running this tournament series, winning the majority of the weeks, and he hasn't done it from winners all the time. He's had to claw back from the loser side several times already. All right, that's punish. Takes the sweep. No cancel. Oh, good challenge.
Medic is pretty like confident and like, undeterred by his gameplay.
Medic,
that could be really dangerous though.
Interesting approach in the air for Lancelot, going with just regular jump-ins a lot, which they're not bad. And if you're expecting a JU, they can catch the opponent off guard. But Kilo with a heads-up anti-air, gonna have the corner.
2M still +1.
Still super strong. This character still plus as hell at the jump in.
Such an interesting throw bait too, because with that jump forward, if Medic would have done 2-2H, Grand would have been pretty safe there. He would have just been in the air, could have blocked. Wow, whip punish with the boot, and nice reaction, calling out that he's not going to do the down slash, just grabbing him before normal can start up.
Staggering the
Misspaced the boot though.
The M's.
It's going to let Medic out of the corner. Nice 2H. And you see that? Wow. Still got the full conversion with no counter hit? This character's messed up.
It's still messed up, you should say.
There's really only like maybe 2 to 3 characters in the game. Zeta, for one, you know, who can do their full anti-air conversion without getting a counter hit. Oh no, there's the run up overhead.
He knew exactly where he was on that wall bump.
And Kilo, you know, just lulling things, showing that he's like willing to play the slow game in neutral, and then one run up overhead finds the counter hit, and Gran able to close that out. Nice tech.
I have the round start like that.
Oh, counter hit medium boot. That's gonna hurt. 35%.
Ooh.
Block out the sequence. There you
Wow,
go.
he dialed out all
Senjyou.
three, but it's still, Grant was able to challenge the third Rekka, didn't even wait to block it.
Oh, you went for the
boot
second
again?
part, the boot. Using that to finally finds a 2H, though, but has a lot of life to make up as Lance.
Yeah, big side switch here at least, able to find some pressure. Nice confirmed, there was a reset in there.
Oh, spot dodge.
Yeah, the spot dodge calls a side switch.
Very smart play by Kilo. He fireball. He wants one final hit, or even closer to chip.
Great challenge from Kilo, but waiting. Both players waiting.
Yeah.
Jumps out. Jump you.
Oh, okay.
And the two.
That was a hard situation for both
EX
players because
boot.
Kilo couldn't commit to something to chip out easily because he was going to need 2 touches, where Medic obviously was 1 hit from death, so he couldn't necessarily commit too hard neutral either. Good 2H.
Grand's EX Fireball just eliminates
Hard knockdown.
Lance's there.
Medic, probably the first life we've seen in this set so far.
Wow, and just rolls out of the pressure. Nice use of the wall jump, though. This is going to be close. This was a light starter. Yeah, just shy of being enough. Oh, no, Grand's EX Fireball much faster in the first time.
Big punish.
Oh, man, don't let this be over.
Oh, great block. Oh,
EXDP! Yo, risky. Kilo, it's working out.
Oh, no. And that's going to be it.
Darn. That's the thing, is like, he did the EXDP because the Kilo's like, there's no way someone would ever do that in this position. Kilo proves him wrong.
Wait. Okay.
Unfortunate for Medic. Medic did not commit to the slash after 2-2H once this entire tournament until that moment, and Kilo still called it out, blocked it, and punished it. What a read on Kilo's part, and able to turn that momentum into the counter hit overhead and close things out. It's going to move Kilo on to losers finals, where he's going to face off against Zach in a box.
Run back of grand finals a couple. And also winners finals, where he was using Zoe that one.
Yeah, before we get started into that next match, do want to remind everyone you can support the pot of this bracket at matcherino.com/T/SSSO051620 GBVS. That same string can be used as a 50-cent coupon code. For no cost, you can throw 50 cents into the pot for free, but you can also donate directly to it, and you can check out the offerings from Kites and Books. Portions of the sales made from the marketplace section of the Matcherino will go directly into the pot. You can also support the event itself directly at teespring.com/the-waifu-dome. Pick up shirts, hoodies, phone cases, and more with our art from Quasimodo X. A portion of the proceeds for that go to help fund equipment, pop bonuses, and more for the events that I run. And if you want to keep up to date on those events, you can follow on social media, myself at BG Callisto, this tournament series at the Waifu Dome, and also other options to see what I have going on and catch up on archives of the tournaments. And with that, we will be moving on to losers finals. Zach in a box up against Kilo. As Zach mentioned, really, really tight matches between the two of them the last few weeks. So we'll see how this goes. 3 out of 5.
Yeah, I was thinking, like, I wonder if he dropped Zoe completely, but ever since we switched to PC, I wonder if he still had her. Probably.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen both in Granblue and other games. It came up in BB Tech last week, where with the switch to PC, some people had to go back to their old teams, not their new ones, because they didn't have the DLC on PC. They only had it on PS4.
Smash, does pretty well against Fairy. It's not a blowout, but the boot's still dangerous.
Yeah, and the sweep, he has the same sweep as Jita, so can low profile the majority of Fairy's standing options on startup. She has to wait it out and whiff punish it. And finds the jump in, reset into the counter hit overhead.
That's all he needs.
Doesn't spend anything.
For Grand, this is all he needs. Is like a few jump ins here or there to put you to the corner and cash out.
Wow, Zach.
God damn, you are so close.
Yeah, Zach is so lucky that he chose to go to light Rekka instead of boot. Another chance at life here for Zach. Super available. He's going to burn it on the install for the mix-up, and he finds the low.
Great stuff. Zach staying alive. I saw the bar at the top. Kilo's foot getting a little itchy. Zach saying it's all in the first round.
Yeah, it doesn't hold the mix up.
Mm-hmm.
With GG being put far behind the character like that, it forces Fairy to go for kind of a late, meaty 2L and push them back into GG rather than it being a meaty setup right away.
Ouch.
DH.
Ooh, stuck in a level on
Back throw.
5U, trying to fake the meaty. Gonna get punished here. Nice 5H starter. Gonna spend the super. 2H DP. Oh, straight into the DP. Gets the sweep.
Yep, right after. Overhead.
All right, game one going to
Overhead
Zach.
first.
Clean pressure. And a lot of that momentum carried over from Kilo, choosing to go for light Rekka when he had a corner hit instead of believing in EX boot and wasn't able to do enough damage.
Sometimes the best option is just the best option. Okay, Hulu to end that. I like to push back. Nice spot dodge, but unfortunately Kilo's still pressing buttons.
Well, the spacing there had the boot go through the spot dodge super late, so it was still Kilo's turn afterwards. Nice jump back.
Oh, didn't get the air grab though.
And that's when we talk about the awareness of Kilo, knowing the different options to get out of the various fairy setups and making the correct read on which one Zach was going to go for. Zach trying to roll out of the corner and gets grabbed though. All right, stagger pressure into the counter hit. Not able to confirm yet though. All right, blocks the boot.
Wow.
Barely out of range to punish. That was really close range, but Zach's still living here in the corner. Slight life lead on Kilo's side.
Grab's a little low. Zach just keeping the pressure on.
Yeah, trying to keep him away.
Kilo just wants one hit.
All right, any hit can take this for Gran. There's a sweep. Because Gran's not in Super Skybound territory yet, he wasn't able to do sweep into Super, which would be safe if he did Super Skybound.
Damn it.
And EX boot.
EX boot though.
You see that 5L into Skybound?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
It's kind of nice, but you didn't win that. You didn't win though. You gotta win for that to be super nice.
I don't know.
Nice walk forward into 5M, and Kilo doing a good job just using his 5M. Oh no! Hard knockdown.
It's DP.
Charging 5U, getting a level, and again, misspaced the grab, but wrong reaction from Zach.
I'm not being patient corner.
EX.
Kilo evening up the games. Again, this is 3 out of 5 losers finals.
I like Kilo's just like tendencies. Like obviously the game plan is like objective, get in, right? So he's been starting to do the spot dodge after the first initial hit from Zach in the box, and Zach in the box has to recognize that. Like gotta start changing up the timings there. There you go, backing off a little bit. But Kilo's in now with the jump in. The boot, EXDP though.
Oh god. Oh god.
EX. Oh my god, another EX boot.
Yeah, that double 5U route into the air reset. Wow. Bullied in the corner, minus frames into DP. And he had so much life. Even if that DP got blocked, Zach would probably get a side switch out of it, but still a good situation for Kilo. Kilo looking for the meaty button, wake up DP, even that far away. Nice, whiff punish on the 5L. Oh no, finds the jump in with a JM. You don't see that button a lot. What?
Okay.
Whoa, okay.
Whoa.
Back throw.
It works out. Zach will take that.
Oh no, too late to anti-air though. Unfortunately, Zach had to rely on a normal at that spacing because he had just used EXDP and not able to anti-air the JU. Kilo gonna put game 2 up on the board, 2-1.
Bot's got to do something quick. Kilo's got 2 up, looking hot with it. Nice 2H to start the round. Taking away the fireball. Again, another 2H. There you go. Checking the airspace is super important because that's been the party starter. It's the jump-ins from Kilo.
Yeah, and Kilo's doing empty jump-ins, so he doesn't have to worry about getting comboed to whip by getting counter hit. Zach counter-adjusted by doing GG instead, but now there's kind of this mix-up where Kilo came back doing a JU because if he didn't get, if he got counter hit, it wouldn't combo to GG anyways. All right, nice confirm into EX whip, waits out the DP. And the side switch, the slight walk under, but it crossed up Zach's super input, and he got the install. What? Okay.
It's nice interruption. Because that took away all that Skybound art in the
DP. That was a very, very strange situation. Zach didn't expect the side switch after the DP, and it crossed up his input on the super buffer. Oh no, EXDP waited out. A lot of damage here.
So jump throw.
2L pressure, run up throw.
2L, look at the stagger pressure. This is not with this character at all.
Nice patient. Oh no, and again, Zach's input gets switched in a bad situation. He drilled back into the corner. Kilo moving on to match point. Zach has a round on the board, but this is a rough start. Nice.
That jump L was actually kind of smart. Avoided the East Peppo.
All right.
Here we go, though, Zach.
Yeah, not holding the setup. Despite getting called out last time, Kilo not getting deterred. Misspaced the EX boot, though. It's going to be a 5L punish.
Checking the dash and the pressure. There you go.
Not exactly what I wanted.
Yeah,
okay.
he's going to get some pressure out of this. Kilo is going to have to back up and respect it. That's kind of works out for both players. EX boot is off the table, so Zach doesn't have to worry about it for a bit. But Gran didn't eat really any damage for the super. Oh, wow.
2H. There we go.
Oh no, that's a big jump in, and the reset into run up overhead, and Kilo taking another one with the counter hit overhead. Gonna move on to the loser side of Grand Finals. And this is a big run back, right? Kizarcrate is in a position to be the third person now, the third separate player who put Kilo into losers and now has to deal with Kilo coming back from the loser side in the run back in Grand Final. So we'll see. Nobody has been able to hold off Kilo in that situation yet. So we'll see how this works out if Kizarcrate's able to defend this first winner set. He only has to close out one 3 out of 5 set.
Redman has.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. That is correct. Redman did close out 1 week in winners with the Charlotta. All right, so we're gonna get underway. Grand Finals. Percival against Grant.
I gotta give some credit to Grant, to Kilo. Well, I mean, like now when I think of Grant, I think of Kilo. And to be honest, I was sitting on Twitter saying, "Oh man, Grant players, they don't season their food," but the way he plays is it's so wild but controlled. It makes Grant look like so much fun.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely one that doesn't care if he's taking the risk here or there. He's the one that
yeah,
works
he's not
out.
going to be deterred from his game plan.
It's hard. Right, you know, we'll see. I talked about how Kizar was really in control. What?
What was that? Unique into the 4H.
Oh!
Nice.
All right. Keep in mind that Kizar did win with a pretty clean 2-0 in winter semis, and already you could see like the difference in the hits that Kilo's finding, the hits that he's not eating from Kizarcrate.
The 2M.
Kilo backing off, respecting the range. Perfectly spaced boot into the sweep when Kizar tried to walk out.
East fireball for the lockdown. East boot to stay in. Overhead, not a counter hit, so nothing's going to happen there.
Yeah, good job by Kizar not biting.
Pressure,
Still, he has a lot of health to make up here. Has a lot of stocks, though.
Help him do that. 2M. That's a new money button right there.
Waited out the JU.
Rage, though. Good jump you. Is it with that patient play? Doesn't want to get opened up.
Oh no! And again,
no!
We talked about the strategy for Percival players to look at timers to try to reaction DP fireballs, and may have just gotten caught looking at the timer, seeing the icon go dark, and it was not the fireball; it was the light Rekka.
Doing before in this, you know, this has been an issue for him before, so gotta tighten this up.
All right, goes for the sweep knockdown instead of max damage. Wow, what an interrupt on the EX run. That was expensive for Kizar. And just gets pushed into the corner.
That's one of the harder situations. Obviously, if you're blocking and you're trying to get through box strings, it's easy to DP that command dash. But in neutral, when you block a poke, to be ready for that, super solid.
Yeah, it's hard enough just to block that move, much less challenge it.
DP
Again, those DPs have been so important for Kilo this entire tournament.
Yeah, kind of a fundamental rule of fighting games. DPs are the best move if you're right every time. Nice, good
you can't
roll.
hit them if you DP right.
Oh, unfortunate for Kizzer,
says
yeah.
Kilo.
Good usage of the back throws to just try to jockey for positioning in the corner. A big jump in, goes for the reset. Nice challenge by Kizzer. Kizzer maintaining the corner. Nice.
Yeah, like them just sit there and buff.
Stock up.
Yeah.
Gonna get one, finds the meaty. Not able to close it out into super though from the auto combo. This is still dangerous for Kizzer. There's the counter hit, and that's gonna take game 2.
Quick, 2 games right here. He's got to calm down. He's got to slow the train on his Kilo.
Yeah, tough situation. Kizzer not able to finish his plate by recognizing the auto combo in time, and Kilo takes advantage, finds the counter hit.
Why'd you walk counter hit? Jump in. Yeah, I like to see that a little bit more from Kizzer. Even though you know the DB might be coming out, stopping a fireball and getting a big punish would be real key in this match.
Good spacing on the boot. Yeah, has to hold that pressure. DP's the move after. Oh no, rolls into the 2M. Gonna put back in the corner.
Just harassing with plus 2M. It's just
Nice
such a good
jump. Good call out by Kizzer. Oh wow! What a weird. I don't even know if that sequence was intended and he reacted to the scramble with the overhead, but he did a really funky empty jump, like too early to create a proper safe jump, delayed, and then went for the overhead, found the counter hit, and closed out the round.
I'll let him stock up at all, not for free at least. Kilo's pushing him further and further to the corner.
Nice
spot dodge
confirm
that.
at mid-screen. He's going to get some stocks back here.
Great awareness by Kizzer to get a punish off that too.
Yeah, pretty good round here. Yeah, DP's.
But now DP, okay. Far H, the confirms on this man.
Oh, what? Okay, fortunate for
Almost
Kizzer.
had
That
that.
didn't combo and a challenge. The DP
And
does
the
connect.
overhead, he got a full combo.
4 stocks. All his timers up. Good situation for Kizzer here, and he finds the counter hit. Closing out a game. Kizzer able to bring the momentum back to his side. Again, he just has to finish 1 3 out of 5 set. So if he can win these next 2 games before Kilo can reset, he'll take the tournament.
Yeah, I think between these 2 players, the momentum swings heavy. Whoever's like has that in the driver's seat has been running away with most of the round. Oh, big jump.
Jump in on that H, man. You got to be careful swinging that button. Now Kilo's starting to recognize that in the neutral. Sweep, cancel the fireball, get the stocks, he with the DP, you're not gonna punish that, no big deal. Kizzer just staying solid, get the confirms that he needs, and stocking up, go for the EX. This is big damage if it lands.
Big DP. Yeah, he's been
Oh, big
on
counter
point with
hit,
the
a little
DP.
late on the combo, but Kizzer's still in a really good situation here. Finds the confirm into EXDP to
Nice,
stock
and
up.
one more.
Actually, no, he's gonna just run the Oki. Didn't even take the stock. Willing to run with the one that he has. Kizzer just needs to find 2 touches to chip, but instead he finds the 5L challenge.
Yeah, big risk. He's trying to catch Kizzer, trying to challenge after the 2-1. Didn't bite. Kizzer smartly knew that he couldn't. He had all of his life to give. Didn't want to give it up.
Nice interruption with the M. DP again from Kilo. Not this time. Not gonna work on Kizzer crate side. Needs fireball to keep the plus range, keep the pressure. What a spot dodge. Sweep knocking him down. DP though, the cross up. Not leaving for free. Okay, stocking up. EX fireball. I like him trying to chase him down with the fireball to show him that you're not gonna be able to stock it for free from that distance. Expensive, but it might be able to work out in the mental stat kind of thing. Buffering with that 2M. The blessed button.
Kizzer a lot of space. Nobody's worried about.
Kilo just trying not to overextend so far, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. It doesn't want to get hit by an errant super skybound here or there, but counter hit. Here we go. Time to start it. Stocks up. Oh, 5H. Swinging for the fences. Batter swings.
Reset point for Kilo if he makes this. And Kizzer Cray slow him down. Which will trouble with the fireball this time instead of just kind of spot dodging or blocking it out. I like
waited
that.
it out. Yeah, looking for the second DP. Finds the EX low. This is a big hit for Kizzer. Gets 4 stocks. Command grab. This is huge.
Grab.
Oh no!
Oh,
but
he
might
until the DP.
Yeah, he tried to take the even frames of the 2 hits of auto combo to just run in and go for a grounded reset. Probably looking for another command grab. EX Fireball gonna get the hard knockdown. It's a good situation for Kilo here. He's close enough to the wall for EX Boot to get the bounce. Hard knockdown. This is really dangerous for Kizzer. Any hit into Boot will close out this game. Finds the 2L challenge. Oh no, but he missed.
No, Thumb had it, unfortunately.
Oh, and just wake up big button. That's gonna be the reset.
You see that health just melt.
One mistake, and he's been so consistent. I don't really see Kizzer drop here or there, but that.
Yeah, I mean, just a matter of maybe hitting the 5M a little too early. That is a mid-screen combo, 5M into super, and just a slight miss. Spelled disaster here. So that's going to reset grand finals. Both players in losers now.
Back to 0-0 on the sets. Last set of the tournament. See how it goes. Big 5H, run up 5H, not third is Kizzer great. I feel like he's the type of player who will not really let that deter him. He's pretty strong mental game, but how can he weather the storm? He can with the DP.
Nice challenge.
I have that reversal option, you know. Being able to kind of stem that pressure is the idea of it. But Kilo undeterred either. Okay.
Yeah, that spot dodge happening at a timing where Grand's just going to recover and still kind of have a turn even though the boot doesn't make contact. You're not necessarily in a better situation. All right, big jump for the side switch.
Heavy.
All right, timers are down. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, spot dodge. Kizzer not doing anything crazy. Yeah. And timers are down for Grand still. It's a good situation. Boots out. Oh, this is. Oh, no, too far.
Oh, that could have been it right there.
Yeah. Plus frames. Oh,
plus frames.
He respected the DP and Kilo went for the grab. And the DP from Kizzer. What a scramble.
Whose turn is it anyway? It doesn't even matter. Kizzer comes out of that one though.
Kizzer.
It's the first round of this reset.
This whole tournament, his DP is just funny. Oh wow! All
right, doesn't want to let Kilo get set up. Big call out on the DP, able to get some stocks.
That is really interesting. He might be using that 214L to bait, either just forward or trying to bait out like Kizzer's reaction to a fire dead with the time.
All right. Uses Gunflame for the meaty.
Push. Stay on, but Kilo looking for the return here.
Ooh, try to whip punish. Oh no, there's the counter hit. This is only regular super. I think he's alive. Yeah, I was very nervous saying that.
But
yeah, bends it.
Yeah, this is gonna be safe.
To do it.
Okay.
Found the big.
Kizzer has a life.
So bring this back. EXDP from Kilo.
That was so tough. Like, any contact with a special was going to be chipped, so Kizzer had to avoid all forms of contact, and when that meaty 2L didn't hit, that was basically the round. Especially with his own EXDP being down.
So interesting. If Kilo EX outside of the spot dodge range, he actually is in an advantage state. If he's trying to react with the spot dodge EX, he has to recognize the spacing as well. It's just great. Gets to corner.
All right, try to reset into overhead.
Block.
Nice block. Gets the back throw.
Throw in the corner.
Meaty 5U.
Same meaty.
It's so interesting.
I'm not seeing many Grand players being using it like that.
Yeah, that tool is incredibly strong. A lot of Grands just don't like. They don't like it because it's not cancelable into super specials, but it wall bounces on counter hit, and it's only -5 if it's not meaty. All right, Kizzer though, running that game back, able to take the first game of the reset. This is the first lead that he's had in Grand Finals so far.
Yep. Finds it with that EX low, favorite move. I'm gonna have him back and set here. Run up. He's the second time he just started out run up. Not the third. Kizzer create no fear. I like it.
Oh, interruption there. Nice. If I've been putting in work, nice punish. Was not safe. Going for the EXDP with hard knockdown, stocking up, using it for the Oki. Nice the underneath. The cross up, creasing up them shoes. Fireball, in, off the M. You get a pickup, no big deal. It's going to be mashing anyway. This man's wake up.
Sweep Skybound.
And it's smart because you have all that health to play with, that even if they DP or HDP, you're still in the lead.
Great sweep already. And 2H. Kizzer putting down. Like I said, the momentum swings. He started out the first game strong, and now it's just putting it and building together.
Put the pieces together, make the picture appear out of the puzzle. That is Kilo. Kizukure starting to figure things out. Nice. You see him just walking back, looking to whip punish the boot, denying him injury.
His spacing on the super money, I think that's a change from last week. He's really recognizing space.
Halo though.
Oh,
That's
wow. Looking for the counter hit, swinging for the fences. If that would have wall bounced Kizzer, he was dead.
Yeah, and Kizzer like waited because Kilo tried to spot dodge and he waited, then punished with 5. Patience from Kizzer on been
nice, perfect jump out, and he didn't recover in time to anti-air. This should put game 2 up on the board for Kizzer. He needs one more game to close out the tournament. Great turnaround so far. Kilo, of course, though, I mean, we've seen him run things back from this situation before. Let's see if Kizzer can hold him off.
All that work that Kizukure has put into this character, not switching to Cat when she was the hottest thing, has worked out for him.
Yeah, and I mean, he at one point dabbled with Gran for a couple of weeks as well, and decided that he wanted to play Percival, and so far it's working out for him. Nice,
neutral jump doesn't matter. This time gets blown up.
Oh my god.
All right, this is looking like a Gran round so far. Everything hitting for Kilo.
Seems like when Kilo's back against the wall, he'll definitely be throwing out all these wrists, all these boots, even at like close spacings.
Yeah, he creates a speed that's just difficult to keep up with. Like he causes a scramble feeling. That was a scary 5H. Oh no, that's the ball bounce.
And that's the response to trying to preemptively jump the EX boot. He can just wait and then EX boot you on the way down.
Yeah, and it's worked out for Kizzer a few times, but it's still, you can see the risk in that if you're wrong, you basically just forfeited half your health. All right, not a big punish, but he walked back and whip punish with EX boot, and it got the wall. Oh my god.
We're punishing with EX boot. What are we talking? TP?
Wow.
Jump L?
These TPs are flying.
Big meaty finds the jump in. Kizzer not out of this round yet. Trying to make something happen with this momentum.
He probably wants to.
Big anti-air into super clean combo.
Not gonna happen. There we go.
Kilo bringing it back.
Like, as you said before, Zach, you know, you don't want to give them momentum. These two being so momentum heavy in their matches together, like this is a bad sign.
Especially with the rate that they DP, right?
Round start stock.
Being wrong.
No response from Kilo. There's the DP though.
These boots are flying, man. He's putting on Tim after Tim, and he's throwing them. He's fireball, and now he's just interspersing in between his game plan, throwing at the EX fireball, then doing the boots here and there, back and forth. It makes it
was just outside the punishable range. Great recognition that, you know, and at that range, it's actually not that bad for Kilo because he was close enough where he might have been punished by 5L anyway. So if your options are get punished or get punished, like just let the DP rip.
Oh, if you don't.
Kizzer putting together a good round though.
I like that.
Working his way out of the corner.
That was money to spot dodge that EX fireball out of commission.
That's huge. Has the combo into super. I think this is going to be just shy of kill. What? What? Plot armor, main pro tag Gran falling out of a regular mid-screen B&B. Kizzer though holding it together, trying to work his way out of the corner.
Trying to break the script, trying to give you the alternate ending that people have been maybe wanting.
And misspaced the throw, and Kizzer's on tournament point. Great mental stability, not cracking after that combo drop mid-screen.
I have a great player right there to just keep it going, keep it moving.
Kilo running in though.
Nice reaction to the EX boot.
Denied. I don't care if you use a shortcut, I don't care if you're just rolling it out, doesn't matter. Doing that reaction is absolutely amazing. Kizukure can just do it right now. One more round, EX low, pick up. Using the full bar, he wants a heavy knockdown for the stocks. I love it. 4 on deck.
That EX fireball has been money. Gets that knockdown, puts him right in the corner.
Shimmy, no bite.
Looking for the DP this time.
2-12.
He's going with throats. He's not getting over the overhead right now.
He cannot get opened up or get hit in this corner. He's out now.
That was huge because that wasn't an EX. That was regular low that counter hit, so he still had EX run available. Oh no! What a jump timing!
Wasn't deep enough. To him. The sweep.
EX low is up. Kizzer could take this for a hit. Great block. There it is.
Just as you said, but now it's going. It's off the table. EXDP. Kilo stays alive.
EXDP delayed it so he doesn't get mixed up by the jump U.
Yeah, Kizzer was looking for the EX fireball. Oh, big jump in, trying to stock up.
Jump in, to the corner you go. Whoa, he woke up on.
Unfortunate for
Yo, no
Kisser, he
fear.
didn't even get the stock when he got punished. He's able to get him now. All right. Oh, whoa,
Pick up.
Kilo
Oh,
scrambling,
the
trying to get
fireball.
out.
Oh, TP.
Denies the overhead.
Wow, he just waited for him to land in D5L.
Gonna continue that. TP right after. Here's a great feeling
Great
right now.
spot
Let's play with
dodge.
feelings.
EX timer's down and
Trade.
Grand lost a
No,
card.
Kaiser can make this happen. He just needs a few confirms. One confirm right now.
Oh, he tried a 5H doesn't answer.
this is
He's
a
so close,
one-hit
he's one
tournament
up, one
for
hit.
Kisser,
Oh,
but he's pushed into the
no.
corner.
This is not where you want to be against Grand. Can you survive against
Yeah,
Grand?
this
This
is-
fantasy.
Okay.
Overhead wasn't a counter hit.
Nice. This is fine.
Overhead counter hit doesn't get it.
It hit. Kisser takes it.
Kaiser Gray is the winner of this week's Waifu Dome.
Wow. What?
Cooked him.
The big things I want to point out that were so clutch for Kisser Crate down the stretch there is he did not break and go for the throw tech. He ate a couple overheads, he ate a shimmy, but none of them were counter hits, so he couldn't get killed for it. And that patience on defense was so huge to make sure that he didn't get deleted in a single hit, and he was able to wait it out, get his options reset, work his way out of the corner, and then found the hit to close things out mid-screen. Great
big
defense by
thing.
Kisser.
Yeah, it's such a big thing you need to do on defense. Game is just understand what you're gonna get killed. You're gonna you'll take the throw, you'll take the overhead. As long as you don't get counter hit overhead, probably gonna be in the clear with that much life. And Kisser partly knew that situation, was able to.
And I think Kilo, we saw it, and Kisser mentioning in chat, right, that he never texted the throws. He just sat and took them. And in the next last round, I mean, he took 3 throws in a row. And Kilo initially recognized it and was like, okay, the throws are landing, so I'm going to keep throwing them. But he eventually thought he had established the throw pressure to the point that it was safe to go for the overhead. He went for the overhead, it didn't counter hit, and he was just left at 0. And Kisser eventually left the corner and was able to close things out. So really,
also
really
not
good
putting
stuff
himself
for both
in
players.
terrible situations. I mean, like, also not putting himself in terrible situations. When he saw the neutral jumps for the boots weren't working as much, he stopped doing them. That's a really smart part of a game plan, especially when you have a long set like that at grand finals. The DPs were working out, so he kept doing those, but certain other things that weren't working out, he removed it from his game plan, said no more for a while.
And of course, big shout outs to Kilo that, again, I mean, despite being put into losers at the beginning of top 8, he still ran things all the way back. I mean, he puts the pressure on anyone. You don't, the feeling of relief of just holding him off has to be massive, because it's just like a bulldog coming at you. But because they're able to stand strong, close it out, and dethrone Kilo for a week. We'll see what happens. Kilo, this happened against Redman, and Kilo came back and smoked everyone 2 weeks in a row after that. So I'm sure he's not going to be deterred from his game plan. But that will be all the Granblue that we have for now. Looks like we're going to have about a 90-minute break, and we'll be back with some BlazBlue CF. Right now, I think we only have 4 entrants for CF, so we're just going to have a 3 out of 5 round robin. However, we do have a 5th player, so we'll have a 5-person round robin. I am going to keep the entries for BBCF open for another 30 minutes. If we gain, 2 to 3 more players, we'll go ahead and run a traditional bracket. If not, we'll do the round robin. So we'll see how that goes, but we are going to take a break for the time being. Thanks again to St. Cola, Zach in a Box, joining me for another week.
Yep.
Boys.
So yeah, we'll be back in about 90 minutes. Let me queue up a couple things here and remind everyone, before we get going, if you want to support Kisser now, who will be taking today's pot, I'm going to leave the match arena open for another 20-30 minutes or so. And, if you want to throw in some of your own money or even just hit that 50-cent coupon code for free, SSSO 051620 GBVS, I will hit the match arena link in the chat so you can just click on it directly. And with that, we will be back in about 90 minutes. Hang tight, guys.
Peace out.